All right, let's do a mic check. Mic check. So, another day, another interesting event. I just listened to. Really interesting. So, wait, we still are waiting for the mic to check. One. So, wait, we still are waiting for. The mic is checked. The mic to check. Mic? One. So, wait, we still are. Anyway, okay. So, what I want to show you, let me see if I can find it. Wait, what happened? Oh my god, we gotta watch this. 3 days ago. Starlink. They hide this. Anyway, let's see. My histoire. I don't remember watching any of this. Jesus. This is really interesting. Very interesting.
Person. Meanwhile,
the number of women who have allegations against Tim Ballard is, I just thought we couldn't beat Joseph Smith's record, but wow.
I've been suspicious of cover-up.
Mother sentenced to prison for sexual abuse of her child's 14-year-old friend. She is Paul Hutchinson's wife. Ironically, the little girl who was abused in Sound of Freedom was named Rocio after her. So the true Rocio is a pedophile. Can't make this crap up. And Tim Ballard ran a den of pedophiles. Thank you, Sean Reyes, POS. So I don't know. I don't understand the exact architecture of, the graph of who is who here, but it seems like another day, another pedophile chaser or a pedophile exposer is a pedophile. So I think this is a pattern that if you see someone who is against pedophilia, I would say statistically speaking, it's more likely that that person and herself, themselves are pedophiles. Just from something that I noticed. Like people who really go after pedophiles, like dedicate their lives to going after pedophiles, end up being themselves pedophiles. It's like a deflection. Mother sentenced to prison for sexual abuse. Okay. The Human Rights Hero Awards 2015 presented by Marisol Nicolas, Foundation for Slavery-Free World and Youth for Human Rights International at Bezo, featuring Rocio Smith. I guess that's her. Paul Hutchinson. I guess that's him. Where? Los Angeles, California, United States. Captions are provided by our contributors. So I guess that's it.
By Utah media not doing their job investigating these things, and this absolutely confirms it to me.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Timmy Did What podcast. I am Kara Burrell, joined by my co-host, Brian Fisher.
Hi, how's it going?
Today, we are going to be going to a very rare subject, a very gnarly episode. Some webs have been weaved, and we're going to take you through them. This stuff is not on mainstream news right now. We're going to be connecting some pieces about Tim Ballard, the hero behind the Sound of Freedom movie, founder of Operation Underground Railroad, alleged abuser of many, many women, and his connections with Paul Hutchinson, longtime backer of OUR, executive producer on the Sound of Freedom movie, ex-spouse to a woman who, as was just reported in KSL a couple days ago, Paul Hutchinson's ex-wife at the time when she worked for OUR, she had just been convicted and sentenced for being not a lot of trigger warnings right off the bat. The attorneys for the women, Alan Morton, what he's calling right now, revealing to be a den of pedophiles. Those are his words. So this is just one piece of what we're allowed to share and what we can share about the kind of operations that OUR was running, the type of people that they hung out with, and this new story that just came out about this woman, Rosario, who is Paul Hutchinson's ex-wife, what kind of crimes that she has been up to, what OUR, what Tim Ballard knew about, what Paul Hutchinson knew about. We're going to break it all down for you. If you don't know already, this is a podcast I do on my YouTube channel here, Cara Burrell, the Intimidated What Podcast, available everywhere. And if you want to support the stories that we're telling, which are very, how would you say, Ryan, dangerous, and we have to figure out how to say our words very carefully so we don't get in trouble or get sued. So if you'd like to support this podcast, please follow us on Patreon, where we will have even more updates about this ongoing Tim Ballard saga. So Ryan, tell us about the latest updates of the case. I know you went to part of this trial, so let people know where we're at, where does it stand right now in the middle of January 2025.
Yeah, thanks to everybody for your patience in getting this update out. A lot's happened in the last month, and we're going to update you with everything right now. But I have to acknowledge that some of the subjects you're talking about today are going to be depressing, hard. It's confirming what we've already known, but it still makes it hard and to listen to that there's people out there doing horrible things to kids. But before we get into that, I'm going to give you a quick update on what just happened on the end of December. 2024 was closed out with a hearing for Celeste Boris, in which she was being charged and accused by OUR of stealing company documents, of stealing private, personal, or private company sensitive information. And OUR was trying to get her silence, get the documentation that she has brought forth that illuminates the crimes or the backstory, or how would I put it, what Tim's been up to this whole time and what the board of OUR.
Maybe we'll come back to this after. Okay. I think everything is fine. This is fine. Wow. What is she doing? Oh my God, what the hell is she doing?
Well, lads, here's a little bit of advice, right?
Yeah, don't wear this. Whatever you do, don't wear this. Like, wear something really, really comfortable. And you got to put the gun down. Jesus.
Go to the range. Look for the dudes with mustachios, right? If you see a dude with a mustachio, chances are he's in the highway patrol, he's a cop, he's military, and they're doing their drills, man. They ain't there to mess around. They ain't there to screw around. They're not there to have fun. They're there to harness the energons in their weapon and the precision of their eyeballs to put down threats. You'll roll into a place and a chick is over here where, now listen, she'll right. That's right, but that's not for the range. And sure enough, this video is insane. This video is wild. You got this woman over here screwing around, and the purse is going to take damage. Watch out, boys. And thank God it's only the purse. There you go. She's over here firing off rounds. Boom. Oh, shit. And she throws the gun on the ground. So that hot shell jumps right into.
Threw the gun on the ground. That gun could have fired again.
That's my favorite part. Oh, what the hell did the bag do, man? What's in the bag? Well, a round is in the bag now. It's a $1,000 purse. So she's got. I don't need those. I need so are these thigh high boots? What is he called? What is it? It seems like higher than thigh high boots. I don't know what else she's wearing. It looks like she's her underwear. Lads, listen, I need more pictures for research. I need to know more about this woman over here. I don't want her at a gun range.
Okay, interesting. Oh, it's live? Amazing. No audio? 2 minutes. Let's skip forward to the launch.
1. Ignition.
Ignition.
Lift off of the Falcon 9. Go SpaceX, go Starlink.
Amazing.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Pitching downrange means
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Rotating. So a rocket actually has an up and a down, meaning it's like an airplane. It has it needs to go as soon as possible. So this on the right side is the up. The right side is the top.
Power and telemetry nominal.
So if there would be
a supersonic.
If there would be a person sitting and piloting, they would be sitting on the right, looking at us in our direction.
Max Q.
And as soon as possible, they're over the ocean. This is Florida, so they want to be over the ocean as soon as possible. So in case of an emergency, it falls in the ocean, or if it blows up into the ocean. Amazing. Now, as it goes into space,
Impact shell has started.
So the plume is wider. which means the engine is actually losing efficiency. Because you want to, the plume going sideways doesn't help the rocket. Only whatever is going downwards. So this is a loss of efficiency. So as soon as possible, it's gonna drop the first stage and switch to the second stage. The second stage has a more efficient engine for space, for low pressure. And
Main
what are we
engine cutoff.
watching now? So we're in
Deep separation
we're
confirmed.
in the second stage, looking at the first stage, and that's the first stage. No, I'm sorry, the
And back
opposite.
ignition.
This is we're in the first stage, and the second stage just started the engine. So when they start their engine, like we can see everything swirling inside the first stage. This is one thing I would make more efficient. I wouldn't have like they have. It looks like engines that are moving these slowly outwards. I would do it just with
Bearing separation
springs.
confirmed.
I would have a simpler mechanism. It's still going upwards, 73. Yeah, no, it's going downwards now. First stage is already falling. No, I'm sorry. It's still going up, slowing down. Sorry. It's going up, slowing down. Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Commander Chief. How are you?
Yes, I'm doing very good. Thank you.
Great. Yesterday you didn't want to talk.
I was talking. I don't know if you got the information, but that's okay. I'm willing to talk now.
Great. What do you want to talk about? Yeah, and this is what you
I
did
mean,
yesterday.
what do you want to talk about? Ask me a question. I'll answer your questions. How about that?
Well, I asked you what do you want to talk about. You can think. Meanwhile,
I don't know what I want to talk about.
do you hate Jews?
Let me think for a moment. Let me think.
Okay, I can give you different topics. Do you want to hear topics?
Yeah, pick a topic.
I'm not. I'm gonna offer. I'm gonna ask you to see if we disagree. So, do you hate Jews?
No, I love the Jews.
Okay. Do you hate Israel?
I love Israel.
Okay. So, do you?
But wait a minute. Do you like the apple juice or the orange juice?
No.
Okay, that's racist, and I don't appreciate that.
Yeah.
By the
So,
way, I am a Jew, so I can't hate my own race.
oh, that's good. That's good. So we can debate.
I was just making a joke about juice,
Yeah.
like orange juice, apple juice. Yeah.
So
Wow.
here.
Okay, I get
Okay.
it now.
So,
Okay, that's
so
pretty
let me
good.
ask
Okay.
you. So let me ask you this. So,
What's up?
what do you think of Gaza? What do you think of October 7th?
I believe that biblically the Jews have the right to be there. The Jews. Well, hold on. I don't fully understand what's going on there, so this is just my personal perspective.
Okay.
From my limited understanding. Okay,
Okay.
I don't understand the true nature of it all, but like I think the Jews that are there have the right to be there biblically, and that's why they don't like them there, and that's why I support them. But at the same time, from a more humanistic perspective, I think I understand why they're upset.
Okay, I'm completely lost. So let's do this a little. Somebody's spamming my server? What's going on? Can you hear that noise? I don't know if you can hear the noise that I'm hearing. Okay, so you said the Jews. You said something biblical, something biblical rights.
So, from a biblical perspective, the Jews that are there that nobody likes have the right to be there, and that is their land, and God's giving it back to them.
Wait.
And then everybody's upset.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. We can. So we can get to the heart of this. So you believe in God?
Yes, I believe in God and Jesus Christ. Yes,
Oh,
Jesus Christ is my Lord and Master. Yeah.
So wait,
Yes.
you said you're Jewish, dude. I am so confused. You're Jewish?
Yes, I am a Messianic Jew, a Jew who believes in Jesus. Yep.
Wait a minute, you're black.
No, I'm white.
Are you
This
genetically
man is
Jewish?
so base.
Authentically Jewish?
What? I have Jewish heritage ethnically, and I'm one spiritually as well. The Bible says a Jew is not one outwardly, but one inwardly. So I am a Jew through and through.
Okay. So you believe in Jesus.
Yes.
Okay, so why do you believe in Jesus?
I don't know. He picked me. I have no idea why I believe in Jesus.
Okay, okay,
I just
okay. What's your evidence that he picked you?
I have a relationship with him.
Yeah, but what's your evidence though? Like what exactly
I
happened?
don't necessarily have any evidence that would suffice for your mind. It's not like I could produce physical evidence for you. That's not how that works. It's all about faith, right? So I mean, faith is belief in the unseen. I don't know how to convince you of that.
Wait, tell me about how you became convinced. Like what did you experience that convinced you to that Jesus is real or anything?
There wasn't any convincing. I just believed in him.
So without any evidence, you just like nilly willy,
Oh,
you
yeah,
randomly.
basically my mom, okay, when I was very, very young, my
Mm-hmm.
mom sat me down on her lap and gave me the child's version of the gospel.
Mm-hmm.
And I just simply wholeheartedly accepted Jesus right then and there. No questions asked.
So what
What's
do you mean?
Angel doing in here?
What was that?
What's Angel been doing in here?
I don't know. We didn't get to talk.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I am
Angel's
an
this
angel.
guy
Yeah.
I used to know. I used to hang out with my friend Sophia, and then for some reason he started harassing me and making fun of me for having brain cancer and having a tumor and saying that he hopes that I die. Following me around to other chats when I stopped talking to him and just bombing me and calling me a bitch and harassing me. So he's been an ongoing issue to
What's
me
up?
for months. So I figured I'd come in here and see what the fuck he was doing.
I have
Nothing.
no
Just eating
idea.
some melon. I
I'm
missed you. What's
He
up?
was
looking.
so bad I couldn't even hang out with Sophia anymore. I had to stop hanging out with Sophia because he would come in every single day and bother me with it and just tell me that he hopes that I die.
Angel.
Do
Well,
you want me to take care of him?
Angel.
I would
So
love that.
I mean, listen,
All
I'll
right.
get out of here. I'm sorry to cause any bother.
He's been a problem for fucking months. He's
okay.
even followed me into just the regular big politics server just to keep doing it because I left. It's been so bad.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. He's gone. He left on it of his own accord.
Yeah. He started doing it because I was in a chat with my friends and he just joined and started being obnoxious and my friends told him to go fuck off.
Mhm.
So he was like, if you don't get out of that chat right now, I'm going to ban you from Sophia's. I'm going to mute you all the time. I'm going to make your life a living fucking hell. And I'm just like, what the fuck is your problem? Why are you acting like you're 14? Because, you know, this kid's an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And all he ever talks about is going to the club, doing cocaine, and getting into fights in the fucking street.
Mm-hmm.
And he would just treat me like absolute shit until I would tell Sophia, like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I don't need the extra stress. And like some dude just abusing the crap out of me for like the pure fun of it. And then she's like, okay, well, since he's my friend, I'm not going to moderate it. You guys handle this in DMs. And I'm just like, how the fuck am I supposed to handle this in DMs when his pure motivation is just to make me upset?
Mm-hmm.
He's already apologized like 3 times and then just continued to do it. He's just some fucked up kid.
Okay. So he left. If there is any other issue, just let us know. Anyway,
Yeah, sure. I just wanted to let you know. I wanted to know what the fuck was going on in here.
I
Because he
never,
trolls, so I figured he was in here doing something stupid.
I've never seen this guy before. Angel, I've never seen him. I don't remember him. Anyway, let me.
That literally he just calls me in the chat and just yells bitch until I like get pissed off or leave. Like that's what he's been doing for months.
Okay, so he's gone. Samurai Jack, please behave. Okay. All right. Commander in Chief 117. So
Mhm.
I'm not sure. Like you, like so you Basically, your mom gave you a book that says Jesus is God or something, and you
She
just
didn't give me a book. She talked to
Mhm.
me.
She talked to you.
Yeah.
Fine, okay, and then you just accepted what she said.
Basically.
Okay, but your mom could have said, I mean, anything. So what do you just accept anything your mom says?
Yes, I do.
Mhm. Why? Like,
Because I'm obedient.
why are you obedient?
So that's how my mom made me.
So you're like
That's how God made me. That's how I was born.
Mhm.
Why wouldn't a child accept what their parent says?
Excuse me?
Why wouldn't a parent accept what their children says? Whoops. That was interesting.
What?
I said, why wouldn't a parent accept what their children say?
Anyway, I'm not. I don't understand. I don't understand.
It's okay. I don't actually listen to what well, yeah, I do listen to what my mom tells me, but it's complicated, right? I listen to what my spiritual mom tells me. The person who claims to be my mom, well, that's another story. I don't know how to
Okay,
explain that
but it
one.
sounds
God
like,
help me.
look, if you can't explain, then right. So,
No, I do. I do obey my mom. I do. I listen to whatever she tells me
but
without
why?
question.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I'm a child of God. I don't know why I do that.
What you either know or you don't know. Like, do you know or do you not
Yeah.
know?
I don't know.
You don't
I,
know why you do something.
yeah, I don't know why I do what I do. I have no clue.
Okay, that sounds like okay. So I don't know. So you understand that debating you is basically futile, right? Or
Yes, that is exactly the point. Debating me is futile.
why are you giggling?
I don't know because I'm happy.
Why are you happy?
The joy of the Lord is my strength.
Yeah, I okay. But if I ask you, what is this Lord? I'm assuming it's going to end with I don't know, right?
And I was going to end with Jesus Christ.
Yeah, which
He's the beginning and the end.
okay, look, if you're gonna giggle, look, I'm interested in having like productive conversations.
Hmm.
So, like, if you're not gonna have a productive conversation, then, with all due respect, like, I don't want to waste neither of our times. Especially my time is valuable. So,
Hmm.
do you want to have like an insightful discussion, or do you not want to have one?
Yeah, why not?
No, it's not why not. It's do you yes or do you no? I don't know what it means why not. Like I want to have a discussion with a person who behaves like an adult, who doesn't giggle, who doesn't say I don't know when I ask them like a basic question like why do you believe in Jesus? Like so if you don't want to have a discussion, it's fine, but then I don't want to have a discussion. So, like, please don't waste my time. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not on Discord. Do you understand?
I'm good.
What do you mean you're good? Do you? And if you understand, then, with all due respect, you're welcome to leave.
Okay.
I mean, you can stay and listen, but okay. So I guess it's a dead end. All right, Angels, what's going on, Angel?
I'm eating.
I'm okay. So, Amber said that you abused her.
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay. Do you want to talk about it or no?
Uh,
It's up to you.
I mean, many, many months ago now, maybe about 4, we would talk, and some guy made fun of her voice
Mm-hmm.
because she's making fun of everybody else, and then when we started to laugh, she got really upset, and I thought it was a ridiculous thing to get upset over,
Mm-hmm.
and I was pretty vocal about that, and as a result, for
Oh,
many,
I
like,
understand.
I mean, it had been a long time since we'd spoke. I thought it was over with, but
I understand.
yeah, I
Listen,
mean, I'm not
I've
that type of person,
let me ask you. Okay,
so
it's fine. It's fine. You don't have to explain. I understand. So, do you mind like apologizing to her, like texting her?
I've apologized. I have.
Okay. So
I don't. I
if she comes in and asks why you're here, do me a favor and just apologize. If it takes multiple apologies, then
yeah, I did. Like, I don't know if you heard what I said before I left, but I said again, I'm sorry to cause any bother, and I will leave. Like, if she wants to talk, then she can talk. I got no problem with anybody.
that's good.
Like I said, I'm not that type of person.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to hurt anybody.
that's good. Yeah,
So
I'm
I think
good.
there was a big misunderstanding.
No problem. I'm satisfied. Okay. So, do you wanna like? Are you a vegan?
No,
Are you anti-vegan?
no,
Okay. Are you anti-Jewish?
no,
Anti-Israel?
no.
Hmm. Are you pro-Putin?
Um, yeah,
Oh, good.
like,
That's
yeah.
good. Good. So we can discuss that. I'm anti-Putin. I think Putin is a loser and a Hitler, to say it mildly. He is a very grave danger to civilization. He's an existential danger to humanity. What do you
Who's
think?
the savior?
Who's the savior? I wish we had a savior. We're in trouble. We don't have a savior. Maybe Musk a little bit. Musk is a sort of a savior, like I would say 80% savior, maybe even 90 or even more. I agree with Musk.
What's that last 10%?
Musk supports H1b visas, which are very bad for Americans. So that's a problem. Musk thinks that we need to have more children, which is nonsense. I mean, there's many issues with Musk, but fundamentally, he's a very productive member of society, and he uses his wealth to support right-wing politicians with whom I agree again on more than I agree with Democrats, with leftists. So Musk is sort of a savior, sort of, but Putin is almost completely a Satan, an antichrist, as they say. So tell me why you like Putin. I used to like Putin. Now I hate Putin. So you tell me why you like Putin, and maybe I can, change your mind. Maybe you change my mind. So
I think you could change my emotion with some things you could tell me about Putin, probably some stories.
it's
It's not out of the realm of possibility.
everything you know, everything I used to know that caused me to be pro Putin was pure Russian Putin propaganda. He is a master at deceit. It's all lies. Everything you know that makes you think.
Wait,
Go ahead.
wait, what?
So I used to be pro Putin, and then I listened to
Wait a
Destiny.
minute.
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah,
Holy shit, is that Mr. Slave?
yeah.
Dude, I'm your biggest fucking fan, bro. Bro, it's Mr. fucking Slave, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Dude, I love you, Mr. Slave. Dude, I've been committing war crimes for you, man. Holy shit, it's Mr. Slave.
okay, Ein.
Oh my god, I love you, Mr. Slave.
So why did you spam my server?
I love you because I love you, Mr. Slave, bro. I love you, bro.
That's why you spammed
Oh
my
my
server?
god, I love you, Mr. Slave.
Why do you love me?
Oh my god, I love you,
Why?
bro.
Why?
I'm your
Why do you,
biggest fan.
why?
I'm your biggest fan, bro.
Why?
You have so much wisdom, bro. I love you, bro.
Okay. Like I don't believe you. I think you're
Oh my god. You have so much wisdom, bro. You're spitting. Oh my god, Mr. Slave, I've been waiting for this moment my whole life, bro.
okay.
Please teach me some gospel. Give me the truth from your
No,
lips.
wait, can I ask, how long have you been his fan for?
How long? Like a day?
Yeah, for how long?
Like 2 days?
day.
I joined his stream. Yeah, I'm the biggest Mr. Slave fan. I watched your stream, bro. Oh my, I'm the only one watching, bro. I love you. Spit your gospel. Spit your truth, King. Oh my god, firsthand Mr. Slave witness right here.
You gotta keep quiet. Like
Oh.
you like repeating that.
Bro, I can't. I
you're-
can't,
I'm gonna
bro.
have to mute you because like I basically don't believe you. So
Dude, what do you mean, bro? I'm the only one watching your stream, bro. I got you.
don't.
I love you so much.
Okay, but now you've stopped my stream.
Bro, no, bro. I know your time is valuable, bro. I know your time is valuable, bro.
Okay.
I know.
Alright, if you have something to say or something more to say, speak to him about something that's valuable.
Yeah.
All right. What's your opinion on the Akubian master race, bro?
The what? What?
The Akubian master race. What's your opinion on the Jewish people?
But you don't know my opinion about the Jewish people?
Yeah, do you like Israel?
Well, Israel.
I like Israel.
What?
I like Israel.
That's gay as fuck.
Why do you think it's gay?
Because I said it was. Duh.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to mute you. I think you just
Mr. Slave,
Mhm.
if you mute me,
Mhm.
English or Spanish?
Then what?
English or Spanish?
English?
First one to talk is gay.
Okay. I'm sorry, Iron.
Dumbass bitch.
All right. I don't know who this guy is. He just spammed my server like mad for the past couple of minutes, and now he's here. I don't know what's his point. I don't understand. He's gonna come back with a different user.
He's just trolling, I think.
Very likely, yeah. Let me share my desktop. Anyway, so as we were, for now there's nothing to share, so it's just gonna echo. So anyway, so Angel, or who was I speaking to? I think Angel. Who was? What were we talking about? I don't remember before Ein came.
Why Putin? Why you didn't like
Okay.
Putin?
Okay, why Putin? So I used to be pro Putin, and then I listened to Destiny explain why, not everything, but a lot of the pro Putin, pro Russia talking points are just disinformation, and actually they are actual Russian, what seems to be actual Russian propaganda coming out of the Kremlin, coming directly out of Putin as part of his war games. So there's no reason to actually like him. It's all lies, basically. So I don't know what you know about Putin. So tell me, and let's try and dissect it. So why do you like Putin?
I'm pretty out there, like in terms of the way I perceive the world, I see it as a stage and people as characters.
Hmm?
And I just sit back and eat whilst the world's burning, and I watch, and that's about it. You know, like that's the way that I see things. So, and Putin to me, he's a character, just like all of the presidents and leaders and these wars that are happening. When they don't directly affect me, it's become more than a show.
But I mean, humanity and you can end. I mean, this can destroy all of us, including you. So this can, right? So for now, it might be all fun and games, but he's playing with literally everything for no reason.
Yeah.
He's risking everyone's existence for no reason. There's no reason to do this. He's a very wealthy person. And Russia is very big. Russia is the biggest country in the world. The last thing Russia needs is more land.
Holy shit. Is that Mr. Slave? Brother, it's been like 2-3 years. I've been a fan of your ass. It's finally got to meet you. It's
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so um so wait, so you like Putin because he's a character, because you want to sit back, eat popcorn and watch the world burn?
You really think that's what's gonna happen?
There's nothing I can do about it. If you're talking about world wars, I assume, or the Earth being, because you're saying we'll all die. I can't stop a nuke. So, like, how are you supposed to deal with that? I think that the way that I did was to turn it into like a little show, something that I have to watch, because I can't stop nukes, can't stop what's happening.
Well,
So
I don't know why you say that. That's like a, sorry to say that, but that's literally a loser attitude. Like
What do you want him to do about a fucking nuke?
what do you mean? What I'm doing? It's not easy. What Destiny's
Right. So
doing.
what do you? So let's put a theoretical situation.
Hmm.
So Russia right now is about to launch a nuke. How are you going to stop it?
So, as I said, I mean, this very discussion right now, that's right now my only way to stop it.
Okay, boom, we're all dead because you didn't stop it. It actually
Fine.
still happened.
Okay, it's possible.
So what you're doing is wasting your time.
No, I mean,
because nothing you're doing is actually going to stop the event from happening when it happens.
you don't know that.
Actually, I do, because the theoretical situation we just put forward, you did absolutely nothing.
Hmm. Okay. So, like, what's your evidence that what I'm doing right now has no effect?
The theoretical situation that we just put forward, that you said, well, us talking, and in that moment of us talking, the nuke is still being launched.
I asked you a question. Giggling is not an argument. So are you going to answer the question?
What was your question?
What's your evidence that this very discussion is not stopping the nukes?
You want my evidence? Okay, so my evidence is Chicken Guy, Angel, Ryuk, CMD, and you have no merits nor any, no possibility
What's your
of
evidence?
talking to the people who are in charge of this.
Okay,
Oh, what's my evidence?
Yeah.
What's my evidence?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Speak up. Somebody here has government clearance. Please speak up and go ahead and let it be known.
Okay, so
You want me to talk now? Is that it? Is it time for me to step in now?
no,
Yeah,
no.
go ahead.
No.
Yeah.
It's my room, so I get to dictate
Oh, yeah?
who speaks. Look,
Well, I am the president after all, so I think I have sway.
okay.
You're a president?
Right. So, let's get back to Angel. So Angel, so okay, do you still feel the same about Putin?
If I could change something, I would. I really would.
Well, so before you said he's a character. So what do you mean? Do you still feel he is a character?
Well, first, before anything, he's a human being,
Sure.
and then what do you? But what does that say? I know that from reading
Hitler?
scripts and watching plays that the only thing that reflects a human being
Mhm.
most well is an actor, because we have lines and we have times where we enter and exit scene, and we have our stage and we have our outfits, and this is all really a performance. It was Shakespeare that said all the world's a stage, and that quote has been said by throughout time since it was made. That's the way that I see things. Of course, it's not real. It's just the way that I'm understanding the world. Again, if I could change everything, I would.
Okay, again, like it's a you have a defeatist mentality, a defeatist attitude. Like if you assume that you cannot save the world, then you're either not gonna try or you're gonna try less. But you don't know if you can save the world or not. Why like why pretend to be defeated? You haven't been defeated yet. Why not let it play
Hey, yo,
out?
what are you fucking retards talking about? Holy shit.
Jesus Christ. It's like my channel has become very popular suddenly with both trolls and with I guess maybe actual viewers. Anyway, so Angel, do you understand? It's like I used to believe Putin is the savior, and then I realized no, he is a liar. He fooled me, and now I no longer support him. I actually support Zelensky against him, and I hope And Musk, as far as I know, is against Putin. So we're in I would say in good hands, but we should still each do our little bit because we are billions. I mean, at the end of the day, Musk with all his powers and Trump, they're limited. At the end of the day, right? They need to reach the masses and maybe actually make a change in Russia. So Russians will overthrow Putin, and in Iran, the masses will overthrow the Ayatollah, and in North Korea, they'll overthrow. Man thinks he's Tom Cruise. No, I don't think I'm Tom. I don't know. I don't know even what movie you're referring to. Perp Kush. I'll unmute you both, but no giggling and no like. If you want to say something wise and interesting, then good. But if you're just gonna giggle like a little girl, then I'm not interested. You're not a little girl.
Here we go. The fire alarms are going off and the bombs are dropping.
No.
Oh boy.
You're giggling. Okay, no, I don't permit giggling. I'm sorry.
You don't like emotions?
1 second. No
Come
giggling.
on, let Purple Crush brush. Let him speak.
No, wait. Did you giggle,
Perp
Commander?
didn't giggle.
No, he didn't.
You didn't giggle? Okay. Look,
Why are you not owning up to giggling?
No,
You're
no, I
ashamed
don't.
of your giggling.
No, I don't have a
Perp didn't
problem.
giggle either.
No, you can giggle if if it makes sense, if you're actually giggling. But he's giggling, pretending it's an argument. He's pretending the giggling is the argument. So that's the problem. He's not. I mean, that's how I feel. He's yelling and giggling. He's clowning. He's not. Presenting. He's not trying to convince me through. Like, imagine we can only text each other. That's like we're all gentlemen. We're sitting comfortably at home, quietly, thinking through these interesting topics and exchanging ideas. There's no
So basically, you hate children, is what you're saying.
what? Basically, what? What? Did somebody say something? Okay. Angel, does anybody want to say something? Because there's a lot of people, but no one is talking. So
I think like Perp had something to say.
But every time I let him, he's giggling. He's not.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't purple. It was CMD that was giggling.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Bro, you muted the wrong person and kept him muted. Oh my god.
I'm sorry. Well, nobody spoke up. Anyway, look, Perp. If you want to have like a nice discussion without trying to make fun of me, that's fine.
I'm trying.
Okay, I'm
Oh, yeah.
listening.
See, I got a response to something you said. Oh shit, I gotta turn off your stream. Hold up, I'm hearing myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the nuclear bombs. We got this.
With the talks of Russia, that kind of reminded me of BRICS. I kind of wanted to ask this, get your guys' opinion. What do you guys think about the formation of BRICS as a whole, with their focus on making a new currency to challenge the American dollar?
Oh god.
Wait. Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, Commander, stop it. Okay, Perp, Kush, you want to answer that? What do you think? Okay.
No, that's way above anything I was even gonna talk about.
Okay.
I guess I'll ask you directly then, Slave.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
How is BRICS currency different than Trump coin and Melania coin and the dollar, and the Bitcoin? There's so many coins. Why would this coin be different?
Well, BRICS, the BRICS currency, if to my knowledge, isn't a coin. It's like an actual backed currency by multiple different countries. It's not like the same structure as Bitcoin or any of the other meme coins. It's like an actual, they're trying to make a global reserve currency.
I asked you
to replace the US dollar.
If I asked you how is it different, then I gave you a list of coins. I also, if I'm not mistaken, I also said the dollar. So how is it different than any other currency? Like, there's many currencies. Like, how is it different?
So you didn't say the dollar in the first one, but
I'm
that
sorry.
changes the question a bit.
Okay. How is
I did answer that because it's not a physical, what's the
What do
word
you
for
mean
it? It's not
physical?
like a bit. What's the word for like a Bitcoin or stuff like that? It's not anything like that. It's like an actual physical currency that's backed by different countries.
How is Bitcoin different than the dollar? Okay,
It's unregulated. That's the whole point behind it.
Bitcoin is unregulated?
Yeah.
And the dollar is regulated?
To an extent, yes.
Yeah, I'm listening. So, what regulations apply to Bitcoin or vice versa?
I mean, I'm sure there are regulations for it, but the whole point of Bitcoin is that it's decentralized, deregulated.
Wait. Decentralized is one thing, deregulated is a different thing. So,
but you still haven't answered my question either. So let's go back to that for a second. Are you? Let's rephrase a bit.
Okay.
BRICS. Are you pro or anti-BRIC? I'm bricked up right now. I'm all for BRICS. So I want to get your opinion.
I honestly don't have an opinion. I honestly don't see how BRICS is different than any other coin ever in the history of ever. What's
Oh,
special about BRICS coin? I
well,
honestly
like I
don't
was
see it.
saying, I'm bricked up right now, right? I'm,
You
I'm all for it.
you brick
Um,
you bricked Dove? What are
yeah,
you?
man, I'm bricked up. Yeah.
Dove? What's a dove?
I'm actually a little upset and embarrassed right now. I've been a Mr. Slave fan for such a long time, and the fact that you don't have an answer is oh my gosh. I've been a fan for so long,
Yo,
and
brother, you're not the only
this
one.
is
That's why
this is
we're
a
all here.
shame, man. I'm bricked up right now, and you don't have an opinion on bricks. That's a shame. I
Are you
I was
gonna
like your biggest fan,
are you gonna
and
are you gonna repeat that in a loop now until I mute you?
yeah, I was your biggest
Oh
fan for
my
a long
god.
time. I'm all bricked up right
Oh
now,
my god.
and oh my god, oh
God,
my god,
what's wrong with these people
I don't
today?
know.
oh my
I
god,
don't
I'm bricked
know.
up right now,
Oh my god.
Mr.
Really
Slave.
really bizarre. I don't know what happened today. I honestly don't know. It's an interesting question. I thought he was actually going to have an interesting discussion. I thought he's going to actually have answers to, my questions. I honestly never thought about it. Like, who cares about bricks? Like, why should anybody care? How is bricks coin different than any other coin?
I think that whole thing was just for him to say that he was bricked up. I think that was just a troll.
Yeah, sure. But I was hoping that maybe he actually wants to have an actual discussion. It's a fascinating discussion because it goes, right into the heart of what currency is and what, finance and economics. It goes to the heart. You really, really have to understand economics to have an opinion. So,
Okay, but
mhm,
I had more of an opinion on
mhm,
the topic beforehand. So
mhm.
you were kind of saying how can you save the world without kind of thinking that you can save the world, and you were pointing out something that I feel passionate about, which is
Mhm.
positive thinking and not putting yourself in a box. Now
No,
I don't want you to get twisted, right?
I'm not.
Um,
I'm not into positive thinking. I'm into being objective, being clear-minded, being lucid, being objective,
that's
and
positive thinking. So to some people
no,
that would be considered positive thinking.
no.
Yes, it would be.
Well, no. I'm neutral. It's neutral.
Okay,
I
that's well,
neutral.
fine. For the sake of debate, I won't call it positive thinking. I don't want to get tied up
No,
on
no.
a
I
fucking
mean,
word. It doesn't
no,
matter.
no. Listen, listen. You brought up positive thinking. That's
Oh my god.
no. Wait.
Hey, yo, let's go Bills, baby. Bills in the Super Bowl.
Okay, forget I said positive thinking, bro. It's besides my point. It's not my point.
I
So
understand.
you mentioned.
Wait, Perp. I
Oh
understand.
Jesus Christ!
Wow. Gee, what's going on today? Oh my god! Everybody is on some hyperdrive. What's going on? I'm gonna unmute you because everybody's quiet. So let's allow you to make some
Okay,
noise.
bro. Listen, I got some serious shit to talk about. Okay,
Sure. Yeah.
real shit.
Yeah.
I'm locked the fuck in. Are you locked the fuck in? Sit down, buckle up. All right, Twisted Tea. They've been on the block for a minute. Okay, today we're talking about the effects of alcohol and mixing them with marijuana and
Okay, just a waste of time. Okay, anybody else wants to talk about anything? Anybody else pro Putin, neo-Nazi, pro-Gaza, anti-Israel, pro-Israel, pro-Bible, pro-Jesus, and wants to debate Jesus?
Pretty upsetting the way you're treating your newest fans. Like, we're trying to support you, and this is how you're treating us. Uncool.
Oh my god. They even have women in the troll. The troll section has women? That's a revolution. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta lock the room from Ein.
Yo, this is the price of fame, though, Mr. Slave.
Unbelievable! I did not expect it. Did not expect it. Wait, where's Ein? There's two Eins. Okay, Eins, you've been locked out. I'm sorry. Okay, Ryuk, do you believe in Jesus? We never discussed Jesus.
No, I do not. Well, I mean, I believe he was a historical figure. I don't believe in his miracles and supernatural
What about
claims.
God? Do you believe in God?
Depends what you mean by God. Not really.
Okay.
I don't believe in like the theistic description of God.
Okay, what about any other description of God?
Maybe more of a deist type of God.
Okay.
Him not intervening in the world and being outside of this universe.
Okay, so do you believe in a deist version of God?
I don't dismiss it. I can believe in it. That is it to be a like realistic possibility, yeah. More so than the theist version. But it's not something that I hold belief in completely. It's just more of a possibility than an absolute belief.
One second.
I would label myself as just agnostic.
Okay. So you're saying there is a possibility of a God?
Of course, there's a possibility, but I feel the more that I learn, the more that I become more atheist. To be honest with you,
Would you say there is a possibility of a dragon over your head right now?
no, but there could maybe a possibility of a dragon existing like hundreds and thousands of years ago before.
No, but when you're
like,
not
humanity.
but you agree when you're not looking. When you look up, okay, there is no dragon. But when you look forward at the screen,
Yeah, I have no experience, or there's no evidence to suggest that dragons exist. Yeah,
but there could be a dragon over your head when you're not looking.
not over my head. Maybe somewhere far away, on a different planet.
Bro,
maybe or in a
my
different
nuts
time.
across your face. Holy shit.
Cano, let me lock this.
No, I wouldn't say over my head. If it's over my head, I'd look up and see it.
No, when you're not looking.
When I'm not looking, no, because sometimes I do look up and there's nothing. There's no dragon.
But he could disappear when you're not looking and then reappear.
So every time I look up, he disappears.
Why not? Right? It's a possibility, right?
A very unlikely possibility.
Yeah, but there is a possibility.
Sure, like
So
very minuscule possibility.
Would you say God is of a similar possibility, or is God more likely?
More like, I would say it depends on how you're defining God, but more likely
But you
than the
believe
dragon just appearing over my head and then disappearing when I look up.
Okay, what's your What's your definition of God? How do you define God?
I don't really have a definition.
Wait,
of
what?
God.
Then what does it mean to say you believe or don't believe? It doesn't mean anything.
No, I go based on what others might define God.
What do you mean?
Being, if I'm having a discussion.
No discussion. What do you believe? Like if everybody died right now, what?
I'm not sure. I told you I'm agnostic, so I don't really.
I understand. I want to dissuade you from being agnostic. I'm trying to make you an absolute atheist.
I don't know if I can become an absolute atheist.
Well, then let's debate it, because I'm an absolute atheist.
Okay, but us being humans, we have a limitation in knowing. So even if you have like evidence to support your beliefs, atheist beliefs, there's always some part that you won't be able to know.
Correct.
It will remain unknown.
But that's why I need a definition. I mean, you could say anything you want about.
Okay, God just being a supernatural being that was the cause of this existence.
So you would say God is the creator, is the beginning of everything?
That's what people say. Yeah,
No. Okay. So okay.
that's what the majority of people say.
Okay. Okay. I mean, you can't really say that because in a discussion, you're trying to transfer your thoughts into my brain. So it doesn't make sense to
Mhm.
say what to so appeal to what to popularity doesn't make any sense. You're saying it's not what
So
you.
how would you define God?
I mean, but just listen to. I mean, the purpose of a debate,
Okay, go ahead.
the purpose of a debate or a conversation or using words in general or talking, conversing, is because we want to share ideas. You want to try and convince me. You want to try and be convinced. Maybe we're doing research together. Maybe we don't know. We'll come to some conclusion
Well,
together.
on this subject, I don't really care much about convincing because I don't hold an absolute strong belief.
I understand, but I'm saying in general, when you use words, when you talk, the words are a method that you try to transfer your what you're imagining, right? When you're talking, you have some movie in your head, and you're trying to describe
Mhm.
this movie to the person you're talking to, right?
Okay.
That's what I'm doing when I'm when
Sure.
I'm when I'm talking to you, and if I tell you about I just had lunch, right? I can imagine. I have a movie in my head of the lunch that I just had, and I can
Mhm.
describe this lunch or ice cream or going to the
You're
beach.
describing it through your experience or through your
Yes,
like interpretation. Yeah.
but I have a movie running in my head that I want to show you, and I can't show you the movie, but I can use words to try and have you run this movie in your head. And then you would ask me questions about the movie, and we would, through talking, we would begin to synchronize this movie in both of our heads.
But for me, when it comes to God, God is like extremely abstract. I don't know. I don't know if God exists or doesn't exist, and if He does exist, I know
That's
very
different.
little about God.
But right, if I told you, do you know if unicorns exist? Right, you have a movie
Yeah,
running.
but
When I
I don't
say
have much interest in knowing
it's,
whether unicorns
it's,
exist as I
I'm not
do compared to God, because God
irrelevant.
is the creator,
That's irrelevant. I'm just saying.
supposedly.
I'm just saying. You said you don't know about God. I'm saying, but when it comes to unicorns, I just want to show you that in general, when you're talking about any topic, you always have
Mm.
a very clear movie running in your head. And if you don't have
Okay.
that movie running in your head, then you would ask questions. Questions we ask when we're not sure about the movie. Is the movie running in
Sure.
my head? Is it the same as the movie running in your head? Let me ask you about, right? I'm trying to, like, two cars were going into the same intersection and they hit each other.
Mm.
Okay, so were they coming from opposite directions or at 90 degrees? And I can ask you maybe one car fell from the sky, maybe one car came from the earth, maybe it was uphill, down. I can ask you many questions in order to create a movie, a clear movie, and we can forever have a discussion to
Yeah,
create.
your attempt to best understand what happened through my experience of it.
I'm just trying to understand the movie. I wouldn't say what happened, right? We don't know what happened. All we know is there is a movie running in your head, and I want to have this movie running in my head, and I want to make sure that the movie that I end up running in my head is identical to the movie running in your head. That's called synchronized.
Right. If you don't care about understanding, why are you bothering to ask questions?
What do you mean? No, no, no.
You said you don't care enough. You don't care to understand.
I never said that. No,
Or
I don't
maybe I
know.
misunderstood.
Yeah, no, of course I care. So okay, so let me ask you. So do you believe in unicorns? Yes or no?
No, I don't. I would just say no. I don't believe in
Okay,
unicorns. No, I
which
believe
means
there are concepts of unicorns, but not that they
exactly.
literally exist.
But if tomorrow we'll discover an island that no one ever visited that has unicorns, horses with
Hmm.
single horns and wings, would you then
Hmm.
believe there's unicorns? If we discovered it, and we would bring
If
you
we
in.
discovered,
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess then I'd be
Right,
start
yeah.
believing unicorns do exist.
Yeah, it's just another type of animal. Or another
Right.
example is if tomorrow we would develop the genetic engineering technology that we would be able to print DNA and embed it in some egg and put it in a plastic uterus, and a unicorn would come out because we genetically engineered, right? That's another way to create an actual unicorn, right?
Okay, but these are things that are physical that we can like
Yes.
measure. When it
Yes.
comes to God, it's
Oh,
much more difficult.
but okay. So the question is, look. So the way I see everything in the universe, I'm a
Okay.
scientist. I'm an empiricist, or the rest of it.
That's
So
good.
I'm a naturalist, realist. So for me, if it's not something physical, I'm a physicalist. If it's not something physical, then to me it's a lie.
A lie.
Yeah. If you,
So what about emotions that we experience? Are they real?
of course they're real. What do you mean? They are measurable. We can test them. You can feel them. When you touch something,
How do you measure? How do you measure them?
I mean, one way is for you to tell me, right? If I ask you, are you happy? And you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you? How sad are you? How upset? How angry? And so on. How much in love? And right? You can certainly use words to tell me. Or this girl, how much do you love her compared to that girl? And so on. Today, how do you feel
Right.
relative to yesterday?
Okay, they can tell you through the words they describe, but that you can't feel it yourself. They're the ones that are feeling it.
I mean, fine. Okay, sure. I can't feel it
So
myself.
in the fullest experience,
In the
they are the only ones that can know.
I don't know what it means, fullest experience. So, but
Like they feel it and they try to communicate it to you in some way,
I don't know if
like
they
through
feel
words or
it.
body language.
I don't know if they feel. All I have is the data. I have a chart.
Okay, well, you know from yourself, you feel. I'm sure you have
Yeah,
emotions.
I can. If it's my emotions and I fill the data, then yeah. But if you fill the same chart, okay, we have two charts. We can fill charts and charts and charts. All I know is the data. By the way, the same goes when if I look at the moon, that's fine. But what if somebody else looked at the moon? Now I am depending on their vision, which is just emotion. At the end of the day, it's just the brain. It's just a neural network.
But you
So
said that if it's like not physical, then you believe it's a lie.
I define it as a lie. If it's defined as non-physical, then for me it falls. Not for me. I mean, then it falls as far as I'm concerned, it falls under the classification of those things we define as lies. Right? If you tell me that you saw me robbing a store yesterday, well,
Yes.
thinking, did I rob a store yesterday? No. Okay, then I know you're lying, right? Because it doesn't have a physical. As far as I know, it doesn't have a
Yeah, you can
physical.
you can always take this to an extreme.
What do you mean?
Like this example you're giving, if I say that I saw you rob a bank,
Uh-huh.
like, and you didn't even like leave the house
Let's say
that day, then
let's say, right? Or maybe you're in one country, I'm in a different country, and so on. I mean, so the more we look into it, the more I realize it's a lie. Or if you tell me X.
All right, it's time for me to interrupt because I don't care anymore. Listen, Slave, this is the second time since I've started talking to you again that now you've got someone in the chat who's been like harassing me and you're not doing anything about it. So the guy's not even denying that he did it. Like, what's he sitting here for? He should just be banned from the room. Like, if you want me to be in and out of here, you're not going to be able to foster this like type of harassment. Like, I'm not going to be in and out of here knowing
Okay.
that these types of people come
Okay.
in and out of here.
Okay, Angel, would you please apologize to Amber?
I
I'm
think a
sorry.
dude who harassed me for months doesn't give a fuck about apologizing to me. I've tried to get him to apologize to me for months. I tried to get him to just leave me the fuck alone so I could talk to Sophia. I tried to get him to just be in different places when I'm fucking with her. He won't even do that. He won't even leave me the fuck alone. He follows me into politics. He follows me into intellectualism. Yes, it
Angel,
fucking is, and I
Angel,
have recordings
Angel,
of it. So
don't,
if you want to lie about it, keep fucking lying about it.
Angel, don't
I'll
deny.
send you. I'll even send this shit
No.
to your mom
Well,
to
Angel,
show that you
no,
fucking lied about it the whole
I told
time.
you, if you have the screenshots, if you have the
Angel,
recordings, post them.
Angel,
I can't post a screen recording because I don't have nitro and the file is too big.
Angel, can you just apologize?
That's convenient.
Angel, no.
And it's actually just how it fucking works, retard. And
Okay.
you're also not denying it. You're just
Angel,
wondering if I have the recording or not, which I assure you I've got the recording of it because I've sent it to other fucking people to show
Angel,
them why I'm not fucking friends with you.
Angel, can you just apologize?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that.
For what?
That's it.
For what?
For the way she feels. Say for the way you feel.
No, not for the way I fucking feel, for what you did. Tell everybody what you did. And if you don't, I'm going to fucking dox you and I'm going to show it to your mom.
Okay, just say for what I
I'm
did.
not fucking playing with you. I'm
Angel,
not fucking playing.
Angel, just say for what I did.
Ask Daniel Schnurr if I fucking did that. Ask Daniel Schnurr if I did that, because I did it to his brother. I did it to his mom. I did it to everyone he fucking knows.
Okay, Amber, hold on. Angel, could you just say I'm sorry for what I did?
I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for how you feel.
Okay, that's it.
You admit what you fucking did right now, or I am going and I am fucking working on this, and everyone will fucking see how you treated me. You have 3 seconds.
Okay, 1 second.
Go and
Amber,
work on it.
Amber, no. Amber,
Whatever gets you over
Amber,
it.
1
Thanks.
second.
Okay, sure, I will.
Okay, Amber.
I'm sorry for what's happening right now.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, she was upset at me for months. So I don't know what to do with her. She's in trouble. She has issues. I don't know what to do. Okay.
She literally left before I could record. Damn it.
She what?
I wanted to record it before she left, so if she ever doxes you, you have proof that she doxes you, and I would send you the video.
No, I don't know what to do with it. Like, we need to de-escalate her behavior. Like, she's a little bit self-destructive. Unfortunately.
I can tell, like, I don't know, it sound crazy that she was gonna dox somebody.
Yeah. Okay, look, I don't know what to do. I mean, I understand how you feel because I feel the same. So, like, I don't know what to tell you. So, anyway, Ryuk.
Well, I'm over it. It's not a big deal to me.
I understand. Okay, Ryuk. But you understand what a unicorn is, right? When I say, obviously, you've seen pictures of unicorns. So, like,
Yeah, I have an image of a unicorn in my mind.
Right. If I told you, could you check if there is a unicorn in your room right now, right? You could more or less do it, right? You'd be looking for a horse with wings and a horn. Now, hopefully white. So, okay, that's pretty straightforward. But if I'd ask you, can you check if God is in your room? Can you check? Can you do that? Really?
Yes. No, it's more difficult.
Right. So when we say God, if we cannot be able to look for God the same as we look for a unicorn, then for me, God is the definition of a lie. That's like saying, could you check?
I mean, no, just like trusting, going based off of our human senses, we can only see so much about like things that exist in the universe. We have a limitation. That doesn't dismiss God existing.
No, but
with a unicorn, maybe I mean it's like easier to know whether a unicorn exists or doesn't exist because you can physically see whether it does or doesn't.
But with everything in life, we can test. We can test it somehow, right? If I ask you, can you check if the sun is shining? Can you check if the sun is in its place in the space? Can you check
Okay.
if the moon is there? Can you check if the sky is there? Can you check if the tree is there? If a person is there? If an atom is there? If the electron is there? If some other subatomic or photon is some subatomic particle? We have ways of checking
But
for. Mhm.
yeah, and there was a time when we weren't aware of those things.
Fine.
And there's
Yeah.
still we're not aware of some things that may exist. So we come
Right.
up with a hypothesis of like
Right.
what those
Right.
things might be.
Right. So we hypothesized there is a Higgs boson, and then we knew more or less, we kept narrowing down what it's supposed to look like, and then
Yeah.
we found what it's supposed to look like, and we said, okay, we found it. So but we can describe physically, we can describe a protocol, an assay, a metric, a way of measuring, a way of detecting the Higgs boson, an electron, a photon, a horse, a unicorn, a tree, a planet, a
But
star.
with God, wouldn't that he be the most abstract thing?
There's no such thing as abstract. That's the same as a lie. How would you know? Maybe there's two gods. Maybe there's one and a half. Maybe there isn't one. I mean, how would you know? So maybe I'm lying. When I say there is a God, maybe I'm lying. How would you know?
So you say you know with absolute certainty there isn't a God or multiple gods.
No, what's the definition? I'm asking for the definition. I don't know. When we haven't defined.
No, because you say you're like hardcore atheist.
Yeah, well, we didn't define. Well, I can prove to you that.
I thought that's what you
But
said.
first we need to define. I can't say anything without first defining. So right now.
Go on.
No, there's somebody FD's videoing himself.
Maybe
FD
he's
just.
looking around his room. He's trying to prove that the unicorns exist.
Oh.
Yeah, I was trying to find God, dude. I was trying to find
You're
God.
trying to find God for us.
We didn't.
Maybe FD. Do you have a good argument for this? Because I'm
No.
not really a believer in God. So
No, the point is we need to first define God. If you don't define.
yeah, God. I said let's define God as just the creator of existence.
That's fine. That's fine. So if you define God as the creator of existence, so okay, then he is the beginning of everything. So you would say he is the beginning,
Sure.
right? So you say, okay. The next question would be, do you understand the beginning of everything? Can you imagine? Can you run a movie in your head about that beginning of everything? Is it something you can imagine?
I don't think I can imagine it. I don't think can imagine it accurately. No.
It's not about accurately, even very little accurately. Can you imagine how there was? Can you imagine how there was nothing?
It can create. I guess I can create a story of how it may have come about.
Can you create a movie in your head how there was no universe and then there was a universe? Can you do that?
I find it very difficult to imagine how that would go.
And so you cannot understand the beginning, and this is the whole problem. You cannot.
Yeah, maybe but who claims to understand the beginning completely?
If you can't
it's just
understand the beginning.
People's best attempt to understand.
But if you cannot understand the beginning, you cannot tell me that X is the beginning or caused the beginning, or you cannot tell me a story about the beginning which you cannot imagine. It makes no sense. It literally, as they say, makes no sense. You cannot. I cannot convert these words into a movie in my head. I cannot imagine the beginning. So anything that has to do with the beginning, you cannot imagine. Therefore, it is a lie. Whatever you're not. I was going to say whatever you imagine, but you don't even claim to imagine. So of course it's a lie. It's just words that mean nothing.
What about things that man-made things, technology that we've created?
Even technology,
how did that begin?
But even technology, how did that begin? What do you mean?
Yeah, like we're using computers to communicate right now.
How did computers begin?
Like the idea of it. It starts off with an idea, right?
I don't know. I mean, Sometimes,
Or did it just like manifest somehow magically, or like how did it begin?
I mean, it's a good question. The first, the first computer was imagined by von Neumann. Today's all CPUs are von Neumann machines. So von Neumann was a guy that came up with the notion of a CPU, of a processor, a central processing unit. He imagined it having doing five things. Anyway, he imagined a machine, but there was also a Turing machine that you could argue was even more foundational. I don't know. And you could argue that
So it
before,
did wait. So it did start off with imagination.
but I don't know what prompted von Neumann and what prompted Turing and what prompted,
Like let's say the first imagination, the first ideas of
we don't know.
the
I don't
computers we have
know.
now.
I never looked
Maybe
into.
it's very far off.
I don't know
from what we have now, but eventually becomes of what we have now.
No, if you read the book, if you read the first book ever on computers, we never even implemented that book. That book is still to be implemented in possibly in the far future. There's so many features that they wrote about that we haven't even implemented all of them.
I mean, I'm not even going to disagree with you when it comes to God and the
Mhm.
begin, like before the beginning of time. Yeah, I don't know how we even would be able to comprehend it. So I don't even I don't disagree with you.
So that's why I claim that's why I'm an absolute atheist, and I claim anyone who claims to believe in such a God slash creator, a God whose definition is the creator, is the beginning, that's a lie. You don't understand the beginning. So you cannot say anything about the beginning. So whatever you say about the beginning, you're lying. You don't understand. You cannot
Okay, what do you
understand.
say to people who say they know this just through faith?
Good. I say to them, you're lying. You don't believe it. You're lying. You're literally lying. You are as lying is defined. And it's a grave lie. This is not some white lie. This is the blackest lie imaginable.
So they would be lying to themselves too.
No, I mean, I don't know what it means.
They would be.
I mean, but they lie. That's like
But it could be like an unknowing lie. Maybe they don't. I mean, they do believe. Many of them do really genuinely believe it.
Yeah, it's a horizontal lie. They lie to each other and then they start believing their own lies. You could argue. But look, if you start talking to them and asking them, okay, what's your definition? If then I every time I have a conversation with a believer about God, they say, I don't want to debate it. It's not up for debate. And they start using logical fallacies. They start pretending like they don't understand my questions. And they start giving answers that I say, okay, that makes no sense. Could you please explain? They say, you don't need to understand. It's okay. You don't need to understand.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I
being,
guess also people don't like to have their worldviews tested, and prodded.
it's not that's what I'm saying. It's not a worldview. It's just a lie. People don't like their lies being exposed. It's not a worldview. If a
A
person,
lie according. Wait, a lie according. I mean, if it was a lie and they were aware it was a lie, they would no longer believe it.
but I claim they don't believe it. I claim they know it's a lie. They don't believe it, but they live.
I mean, when I speak to most of them, it does seem like they genuinely believe it.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, a thief can tell you I didn't steal, and you can show him the video that he was stealing. He would say, "No, it's not me," and you would bring witnesses. No, they're lying. But if you have ever had any, criminals are criminals. Being a religious person is akin to being a criminal. Of course, they keep denying and obfuscating and playing word games, and sure, forever and ever, you can never pin them down. Yeah, they're just lying. I
Wait,
mean,
Mr. Slave, do you know the complete possibility that they could be a god that created this universe?
look, if it's a God creator, then I don't. Then my answer is I cannot understand it. That's like
Okay.
I would say that's a law. That's a law of
You
nature.
can't understand. Oh, maybe you can't. Okay, maybe we can't understand it. It's in his entirety.
No,
But can we understand parts
no, I
of
cannot
it?
understand the beginning of everything. I simply cannot understand it. I cannot. There's many things I cannot understand. The beginning, the end, the the limits, the physical limits. Where is the edge of reality? That doesn't make any sense. That reality has an edge. That beyond this there is nothing. That doesn't make any sense. So there's a few things I don't understand. One of them is the beginning of everything. I simply cannot understand it. And as far as I can tell, this is never going to change. And I'm assuming you're the same as me. We're all basically the same. And I talk to you and I'm conversing and you're trying to explain it and I'm trying to explain it. And I can see you're lying. I can see you don't know more than I know. So, of course, you're lying. If you don't know more than I know and you claim to know more than I know, then you're lying. And I ask you, how do you know there's a God? And you obfuscate and play word games, and it's an endless cat and mouse. Okay, then you're just a liar. Hello, bipedal ape. Do you want to debate veganism?
Hello. I mean, sure, if you want.
Yeah, of course, always. So why are you a vegan?
Makes the most sense.
Okay, define sense.
It represents the things that I value and our species value.
Define value.
Sentience, existence.
No, define
experience.
value. Wait, define value. Like the verb. You said the verb value. Define the verb.
Well, I mean, that's just going to be boring and tiring if I have to go in and define every word. I think I can just assume we have a similar meaning. When I say value, we can understand it.
Then, okay, let's start over. So why are you a vegan?
Oh, wait, I just want to say, if you do struggle to understand what he's trying to express, maybe you can ask him more about, like when he brings up value and sentience, you can ask him more about what that means.
Well, I'm whatever he wants. I mean, I'm honestly trying to understand.
Wait, I mean, if you guys are going to have like a good faith discussion or debate, I think that's fair.
Look, I'm assuming that I'm assuming always that everybody's good faith. So if you question my good faith, I don't know why you're here. So, but I'm assuming he's good faith. I'm assuming even when
it's just a reminder. That's what sometimes we can forget.
I don't like bringing up these words good faith. I don't like it. Like if I suspect someone is not good faith, then I would just say, okay, we've reached an impasse. I feel that at this point, like you're not.
All right, I'll be back in a second.
No problem.
Wait, Mr. Slave, what was wrong with like his description?
I'm asking.
I don't know.
I'm asking, why are you a vegan? He says because it makes sense. Now, sense or logic is just an emotion. What feels right is just an emotion. So he just feels good with being a vegan. That's all. So that's.
Yeah, you could make that assumption. The other way you could go about is ask him more about what that means. Like get deeper into.
No, when I ask somebody, okay, is 1 + 1 2, and they say yes, and I would ask them why.
Obviously, he's saying he believes it makes the most sense.
Okay.
That's what he means.
That's fine. When somebody says something makes sense, like if I ask you, is 1 + 1 2, and you say yes, and I ask you, why do you feel that? Then you say, well, it makes sense. Okay. Then I would ask you, what is sense? And you would say logic. And I would ask you, what is logic? And you would say, what makes me feel comfortable? And I would say, oh, well, then that's just your emotional state. And you say, yeah. So I would say, oh, then you like veganism.
Wait, 1 + 1, that would mean 1 + 1 doesn't necessarily mean 2.
Well,
it's because it's just based off our emotions.
Well, define necessary, but basically logic logic is just your emotion. Logic is just what
You don't have any logic. You're an idiot.
What did he say?
Okay. It's something about you not having logic. Anyway, let's get back to it. I think bipedal. I don't know if
Okay,
he's...
by Fidel. So why are you a vegan?
I'm vegan.
Okay,
Are you
why,
To the
gay?
bone, baby.
why
you
are
gay?
you?
I'm straight.
Why
I'm
are
straight.
you?
There's so many lovely vegan women.
Okay, why
No,
are
dude. They
you?
must smell like absolute dog shit.
Oh,
I've seen vegan women. They're
wait.
so ugly. They're just
I don't know, dog.
malnourished.
I don't know what you're talking
unkept.
about.
Yeah.
I
Lemio,
can almost guarantee that if you want
Lemio,
to drag me into that
You literally
conversation, I get more women than you.
exclusively sleep with
Lemio.
Protestant
Okay,
white
okay,
women, dude.
okay. We
You
can.
sleep with Protestant white women,
Lemio,
which are like the low tier. Okay,
Protestant?
low tier.
What do you mean?
Lemio,
The
Low
last girl
tier.
I fucked with was
Oh,
Moroccan. I don't know what you're talking about.
Protestant white women are disgusting, bro. You're literally a
I
cracker,
don't
bro.
sleep
You're
with
literally white,
What are you talking
bro.
about?
You're
Lemio,
literally a cracker.
Lemio, and
I mean, the coke is
Bipedal.
real.
Shh, stop.
Yeah.
Okay, both of you, stop wasting time.
You're,
Lemio,
okay, you're right. I'm sorry, Mr. Slave.
it's okay. Lemio, you can be next if you want to discuss anything. But let me discuss with Bipedal. Okay, Bipedal. So, why are you vegan?
I think it makes the most sense.
Okay. So, what do you mean by sense? What is sense?
So when I take inventory of my decisions and the things that I do, the things that I value, right? I value a clean world, right? A stable environment. I value sentience and life. I want to minimize suffering. I want to maximize joy. Then veganism is the best decision for that.
Okay, that's a very long answer. I need something a little like concise, like so.
Wasn't that long?
Well, it makes sense according to what he holds value in.
I need to be able to like follow it up with a question.
You need to be able to follow it up with a single question. Well, what do you mean by this? What do you mean by that? You said like 8 things there. So
Look, I'm trying. Obviously, I'm trying to trap him. So it's too many. He's giving me. He's all over the place. It's gonna be very difficult to pin
you're
him
losing
down.
this debate right now, dude. You're losing this debate right now, dude. You know what I mean?
Wait, Mr. Slave. Well, I don't want to like interrupt, but why are you trying to trap him? Have like just a honest conversation with the man.
No, I'm honest.
Yeah.
Like I'm just saying.
He doesn't sound like a bad human being.
I'm not saying he's a bad human being.
May I add to it?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Lemio.
Yeah. So veganism is only, or being a vegetarian or whatever. It's a modern day thing, right? A lot of people are very ignorant to the fact that like we did not evolve eating like bullshit. We evolved eating meat, right? That's why the greatest
No.
societies
I
have
have to stop you right there. Your
dominated,
premise is already wrong.
other
We didn't
societies
evolve
that did
eating
not
meat.
eat
Okay.
Right? Well, I'm talking here.
No,
Okay.
Lemio.
So
Lemio,
anyways, again,
no
because people
monologue.
put themselves
Please,
in this modern
just
times
finish
and they
up.
have this like way of thinking of like, oh, we live now.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was yesterday.
You're
That
gonna
doesn't
love the response I have to this.
That's not an excuse
No,
for your
Lemio.
stupidity to become vegan,
Lemio.
right?
All right, wait,
Lemio.
Mr. Slade, let me just
Actual,
respond to
like,
him real quick.
No,
nutrient
wait,
content
Lemio.
that you get from eating a
Lemio.
vegan diet, it pales in comparison to a
Wait, hold on.
carnivore diet.
Let me just respond to
Yep.
that.
I would have to eat
No,
up to like 3
Lemio.
pounds of like
Yeah,
spinach to get the
Lemio.
Well,
exact
just let me
same
respond.
nutrient
I
from like
will.
eating,
Okay,
like
Lemio.
I don't know, a
Lemio.
quarter of a pound of meat.
Lemio.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
This
very
is really easy to
inefficient.
respond
It's
to.
very.
You want me to respond, or you just like talking to
No,
yourself?
I'll let
I think it's very easy to respond to this.
I'll let you. He ran away. He ran away. He just wanted to.
Oh, you ran away?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I guess I'll just respond anyway for the chat. I mean, that's
Honestly,
really easy.
no.
Ironically,
No,
actually, it's the opposite. Like,
Bipedal. No.
it's the opposite. The majority of what we ate was plants,
No,
and we were
no,
supplemented by meat. Never in human history have you eaten
Okay.
meat with every meal. Like, it's the
Okay.
opposite.
Okay, it doesn't matter. We're having like a
I
discussion.
mean, it kind of matters.
Wait, Mr. Slave, I have a question for you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So, what is true about animals that if it became true about a human would make you fine with killing them?
That's a loaded question.
That's a question nonetheless.
But it's loaded. So there's a
No, but it's very important. It's very important. We need to find the symmetry breaker.
Okay, so ask again slowly and I'll stop you when you're loading it. Go ahead.
Okay, what is true about animals that if it became true about humans would make you okay with killing
Stop.
and eating them?
Okay, so what do you mean by okay?
Like, are you okay? Like, do you
What do you
feel
mean
like
by-
morally okay?
Wait,
killing-
what do you mean? Okay.
You feel okay killing and eating people?
Wait, what's
Come
your-
on, you're not just gonna ask me what I mean by okay. Everyone knows what okay means. Like,
I-
are you germane to killing, and eating other people?
What do you mean by germane? Did you say
Like,
germane?
does it sound appropriate to you? Like, does it sound
do you mean-
relatable to you?
What
Like,
do you mean by appropriate?
okay, so you really are like the world's worst debater, aren't you?
I'm sorry. Yeah, pretty much. So you win.
I understand. It sounds like English isn't your first language. So, like, do you know what morals are?
No.
Do you know what like do you know like what right or wrong is? Like, oh, this
No.
feels right, this feels wrong.
No.
Okay, so are you just like an autistic robot or something?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, got it. So like you haven't ever really had a feeling at all, have you?
That's not a contradiction to being an autistic robot.
No, I know. I'm just asking. I'm just clarifying.
So negative.
Okay, so
Mr.
like, you
Slave,
don't
I
really
love you as an
hold-
autistic robot. I'm gonna get you vegan one of these days.
Okay, but let's I want to let FD is on the attack. I want to
Okay,
let
so
him.
like, do you hold any positions on like do you feel any type of way about anything? Any moral questions?
I'm gonna bounce back and forth.
That's fine. Negative.
Okay, so then like you don't think it's wrong that that these other Christians out here are lying, right? Like you were saying earlier, you actually don't think that's a bad thing?
Correct.
Okay, got it. Okay, cool. So then under your purview, like you've never seen something that you could say, oh, I feel, to me, that makes me feel like that's wrong, or to me, that makes me feel like that's right. I like this. I don't like that. You just have never had that thought at all?
Correct.
Okay. So then in this instance, you have a like a condition or something that's preventing you from interacting with the world and like making moral decisions. And I don't really know if there's anything that I could do to help you.
Okay, that's fine. Are you a vegan?
Yeah.
Okay. So why are you a vegan?
Because no one can ever answer the question like what is true about animals that if became true about humans would make it okay with killing them and eating them.
Well, how do you define okay?
Like they would that it would be acceptable to them.
What do you mean acceptable?
Do you not know what the word acceptable means?
I'm asking.
So when I say that I'm okay with something, it's
Wait,
acceptable to me.
we've been through okay.
It is something that I am in approval of, something that I approve of, an action that I approve of.
Define approve.
Okay, this is the most cancerous fucking script I've ever seen. Holy shit! You like, there's one
Wait,
thing.
can we just wait, FD? I mean, I know it might be frustrating, but can we just try and go with it and see where it ends up?
I know, but this is such a
Is it going to be never end? Wait, Mr. Slave, is it going to have an end to it? Is it going to have an end to it?
Mr. Slave is literally retarded.
Yes.
No, don't say it.
No, he's quite literally one of the dumbest persons I've ever met. The fact that he thinks he has some ground to stand on to debate people is incredibly it's a joke. He's an amoral interlocutor. Oh, what the fuck does that mean, loser? You have no morals? What are you, sociopath?
No, I mean he just has a
retard.
different way. He just has a different way. Let's say.
Have you heard it? It's just retarded. Yeah, different way. You mean a retarded way? Why are you being so why are you being so charitable, right? This guy's a fucking full blown retard. He's an 85 IQ Cro-Magnon who literally thinks he could debate. He's an embarrassment. He has one person on the stream right now. You should quit while you're ahead, dude. Stick to your day job, fucking Mr. Slave. Because debating's not your forte, bro.
Limrones, are you a vegan?
No, I'm not a vegan. But tell me how veganism is evil. Go ahead, dude.
Well, I mean,
I've already heard your argument, dude. It's morose. I don't care to hear it again. You're a retard. You have no
let's
argument.
Let's try with you two. Let's try.
Oh my
What do you mean? Let's try. Why vegans are evil? Why
you and Lamrons? You
well,
have,
remember,
like,
he's saying veganism is evil, yet he's, quote, an amoral interlocutor. So he can't make a claim about it being evil because you're amoral, you stupid retard. Fucking monkey. Your fucking channel's a farce, dude. Just delete your fucking channel. You're a complete retard.
Oh my god, this is good content. How much do I owe you for this?
I like your passion, Lemron.
Yeah, don't let me stop you.
I like the guy clapping in the background.
Yeah, this
You got
whole
good passion, bro.
I know these guys are very passionate. Jesus. It's like you would think like I'm trying
See,
to
the thing is, I think there's something very unique about Mr. Slave's VC
Oh
in
yeah.
his debates. I mean, they do have a tendency to repeat. Like he does ask, "What is this? What is that?"
Yeah.
And but I
That's
do
the only
wonder:
thing that
is
gets
there
me
going to
is
be an
like
end to it? Is there going to be
I
an
like
end?
it and I want to talk to him, but it does get a lit tiring on my energy when I have to like overly
Yeah,
explain.
maybe that's
Yeah.
some feedback you can like think about, Mr. Slave. You can improve. We can
I
all
mean,
improve.
I
You know?
can I can- look.
Yeah.
I look. So I use what's known as the Socratic method. Like I don't
Bro, dude. Dude,
Not
for
the
fuck's
Socratic
sake,
method,
dude.
you dickhead.
Yeah, you're the autistic Aristotle, dude. That's what it is, dude.
That's not
Yeah,
even-
you're a philosopher, dude, for sure, dude. You're a deep thinker, dude.
Mhm.
You're go ahead, man.
So to answer Mr. Ryuk, so I'd rather not. I really don't want to tell you where I'm taking the conversation. I
Wait,
could.
what do you mean by rather not?
What do you mean? I want to use. So you think if you just ask me questions about the words I use, you've defeated me? I don't understand. I mean,
Dude, you defeated yourself, dude.
I'll give you the gold medal just for being here. I don't mind losing. I'm not here to win. It's not. I don't care for a. I don't
I'm
even.
here
Oh,
because
dude.
I
You want
I
to laugh,
genuinely do
dude?
enjoy
Look at his
games.
website, dude. Have you guys seen his website?
It's the
I've
work.
taken
man.
I've looked at the
you
YouTube.
gotta see his website,
The
dude.
work
It's
of
Let's
amazing.
check out the website.
It's truly, dude. You have to see the website, bro. Truly, it's something else.
It's a work of art.
Yeah, it's a work of art. Exactly.
As the meme says, this is a work of art. This is
Yeah.
bullshit.
Whoa! I'm on the website right now, dude. It's
Yeah.
literally a website.
It's a web.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
like it.
Oh god, this is a thing of beauty.
This is a work.
I like
of
that
art.
woman.
mean-
Who's that old woman? Is she
No,
like a
here, let me
Marilyn
read you an
Manson?
excerpt. I loathe quantum physics. I don't think that I inherited this trait from Einstein. What the fuck? Why are you talking? What do you think you are, asshole? Why are you talking about Einstein?
Is that all I said? This is very old. I've done so much research since then. Let me.
Dude,
Hmm.
he's an amoral egoist.
Yes, I'm just an egoist. Amorality it comes out of egoism. And egoism comes out of just rationality.
Okay, I mean at least he's owning up to it.
Oh, for sure.
Here, his debate techniques.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Listen, I want you to win. I will steal, man, all your claims. However, let me Mirandize you. Everything you say can and will be used against you in this debate. Wow, dude, that's so intimidating. I will let you speak as much as possible, just in order to catch you in a slip of tongue. What is these fucking dude? You're a complete narc, bro.
I'm a narc.
Yeah, you're a complete narc. You literally have paragraphs about all the things you're gonna do. Like you're so self fucking centered, dog.
What do you mean narc?
Imagine having 9 articles about what you're gonna do, dude.
What do you mean?
Person you are. Like
What
you have 10 clicks I can read, and there's like 9 paragraphs. Every one they're all talking about yourself.
What do you mean narc? Like a glowy?
Yeah, something like that. Exactly.
How is that relate? How am I a narc? How am I a glowy? Because I tell you my technique. That's a glowy.
Dude, you have to be a narcissist to have fucking 9 pages with 3 paragraphs of pop, dude, talking about yourself and your debate techniques.
Everything I wrote is usually after a debate. I said something and I felt, okay, let me just put it down in writing. These are things that came up during debates, more or less. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
Look,
Mr. Slave and Lamrons, do you want to debate each other on something?
Nah, dude. No. It's not gonna go. It's not gonna get anywhere.
Okay. We don't have to debate. I can try and steal menu, but that would be a debate. Anyway, so who, Bipedal, do you want to continue?
I mean, sure.
Okay, so I asked you why you're a vegan. You said because it makes the most sense. I asked you what is sense. You said feels the best or something. Feels good.
No. I just said it represents the things that I value, and I think us as a species value the most.
Okay, so what do you mean by value?
I value sentience. I value
No, what do you mean by
minimizing suffering, maximizing joy.
okay? But right, so okay, what do you mean by the verb value? Like you're going to the things that you value. I didn't ask you what are examples of what you value. I'm saying, what do
I
you
know, but Mr. Slave, I said if we have to like define each and every word without us just like having a common understanding of the word value, this is going to get tiring, right? Like we can assume that when I say value, we mean value.
Wait,
in
what do you mean by tiring?
general way?
No,
Wait,
but
what do you mean by
my
tiring?
point is when you say
It's just
value,
training, bro.
well, when you say
What do you mean by
value,
tiring?
Tedious.
Wait, what do you mean by draining?
Lemron,
Tedious.
stop.
Wait, what do you mean by what do you mean by tedious?
Lemron, I'm gonna.
I know. He's
I don't
proving
wanna.
a point. You see, the Mr. Slave, that's the point. Lamrons knows what's up.
Yeah, but I'm trying to explain to you where I'm taking it.
What do you mean by explain? What do you mean by explain?
You people are too smart.
Tell me, like, define explain right now for me.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, but
All
Mr.
right,
Slave,
fine.
like they're making a good point. This is just showing like it can get a little bit annoying if it's done too much.
I'm
We
sorry.
can't actually have the conversation if we can't agree on the common language
Okay,
and
I'm
just have
trying.
yes and please.
I'm even agreeing, and I'm trying to explain to you where I'm.
What do you
trying.
mean by agree? What does that mean? Tell me what does agree mean to you? Because we can't have this conversation if I don't know what you mean when you say agree. What does agree mean to you?
Yeah, we're just using the Socratic method on it.
No, wait up. I don't know, dude. I have to read you a part of his website though. You're gonna like, dude. There's a cool. There's some nuggets, dude, in this website. Right?
Some chicken.
Let me find it. Who am I, dude? I am an old man, but I am fairly healthy. I regularly attend MMA classes, which I regularly fight and usually destroy big, young, healthy men on a regular basis.
Who wrote
Who the
that?
fuck
Who wrote
writes that
that?
about themselves? You fucking.
Who wrote that? Wait, who wrote
There's
that?
Slave on his website, literally.
Oh, you have a website, Mr. Slave?
Dude, his website is a meme, bro. It's the funniest thing ever. You have to see it.
Look, if you
I'm posting it in chat.
if you practice
it's-
MMA and a new guy comes in, you know what we call a new guy that comes into an MMA class?
Yeah.
What do we call them? We call them fresh meat.
Okay.
Because everybody, it doesn't matter who you are. You can be a weak old man. A guy off the street, you're gonna make minced.
Oh wait,
meat.
his line of work is active research in brain theory, but due to NDAs, he cannot discuss the He cannot discuss the topic almost at all. Yeah, you know why, dude? Because you fucking worked at McDonald's, dude, or Walmart. You fuckface. You're not a fucking. You don't study the brain, dude. What are you talking about?
I know.
Due to NDAs, he can't discuss his work at all.
I know.
Okay.
Do you want to debate?
I believe that, dude.
Do you want to debate brain theory?
No, I believe you, dude. I believe you. I don't want to debate. I know you're gonna destroy me, dude. This is what you do professionally. Brain theory.
I thought you said I work at McDonald's.
This is what you do professionally. Quote brain theory, whatever the fuck that is.
Do you want to
right?
debate brain theory? Yes or no?
No, I'm just saying it's your line of work, but obviously you can't talk about it due to NDAs.
Even with my NDAs,
I'm just saying it says on your website, dude. Why are you talking about it? You can't talk about it. Bro. You're gonna get in trouble.
Oh my god!
You're gonna get in trouble, dude. When people figure out you worked at Walmart for 20 years.
Listen, Walmart 20 years, that's a lot of money. You're talking big change. All right. Neon, do you want to are you a vegan? Anyway, does anybody want to debate me and not and not get butthurt when I ask questions?
Well, when you say debate, what do you mean by that?
Oh my god.
Wait, Neon, dude. Neon's a great debater. I know Neon. You should debate him.
Well, as I said, I'm welcome. Look, it's too quiet. Like I don't know what to do. I don't like when after this stream I usually listen to it as I have my next meal. But I hate these parts where no one wants to debate me. it becomes very boring. So, does anybody want to debate me? Angel, do you want to debate? Ryuk, Neon, Lemron, FD. Angel is typing. No one wants to debate me. All right. Foo? What do you mean by foo? Okay, let me read maybe some commentations in the commentation section. Jesus, there's a lot of commentations. Okay, Mr. Slave, I am your biggest fan. Oh my god. So we already know Lot. Lot is the, you know what Lot is? Lot is the name of the Polish airline. It's called Lot. Ryuk, do you want to continue talking about something? Okay, DM says I'm a bigger fan. All right, so we know Lot and DM are nothing. Are trolls. Oh my god. Okay, so everything here is Lot and DM. If you are truly his biggest fan, go prove it. So they're just chatting with each other. Here is biggest Mr. Slave fan. Well. Oh my god. I am the biggest Mr. Slave fan around. Yes, somebody wants to say something? Lot and what? Boom. Ryu, come on, let's go. Let's.
So what? No, I was hoping to listen to a debate.
I know, but you're up. Everybody ran away. What do you think? What do you
Perp
think?
is back.
What? Who's back?
Perp is back.
Perp, you want to talk?
No, I'm not yet. I gotta get some ammo first. You know, I gotta hear the conversation before I come with some bullshit.
Everybody needs to hear, but no one wants to talk, so it's gonna be for like wait forever. It's like
Mr. Slave, it's truly mind blowing how retarded you are and how you think. Like it's actually, you're a special case, dude. I think you should be studied.
Lamron, can you not have a discussion debate with Mr. Slave? I want to listen.
I did. The problem is that he can't. Here's the thing: how can you make a claim about morality if you claim to be an amoral egoist?
That's a good question, actually. That's a good question.
Exactly. You can't. So it's just off principle. Your entire discussion makes no sense.
There seems to be.
I already been down this line of reasoning with him. I try to understand where his morality comes from, and he can't. He doesn't even know himself.
Yes.
Mr. Slave, let me ask you, what is the purpose of all of this then? These debates and these discussions that you have.
It's a good question. You know, it makes me happy. It's fun. I'm having a good time. It's nice. I learn.
Sounds a little selfish.
I'm an egoist, so don't be surprised. Like every answer, theoretically, anything you ask me, any answer ultimately should be because I enjoy it. Because it is along my optimal path.
What?
Every decision I make should be along or aligned with my optimum. Should optimize. I'm trying to optimize.
That's objectively untrue.
Objectively.
Can you just be honest about your brain theory profession? Because I've never heard of a profession called brain theory or even a field. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's a good
I don't know.
point.
I've never heard of this concept, brain theory.
That's a good point.
What is it? Is it neuroscience? Is it just some shit you made up?
You could say it's neuroscience. You could say, yeah.
Yeah. So are you formally educated on this topic?
I don't want to disclose personal information, so
okay.
Can't
Oh,
answer.
I get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You don't you mean you don't want to lie and act like you have a degree in this when you don't. That's what you're saying.
Honestly,
Because anybody who had a degree in something, where they would just be like, "Yeah, I have a degree." It's pretty. You could be anonymous about what your degree is or where it's from,
I
but you don't.
don't discuss my
Okay,
anything. Yeah.
got it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's not asking you. He's not saying you should like say
Yeah.
like specific details, but you can speak a little bit about like
Right, but
without revealing too much.
I mean, I asked him if he wants to debate actual brain theory.
I just want to know about brain theory. Well, how can I debate something I never heard of it? What is brain theory?
Well, you
What is the
said
field of brain theory?
you said, is it neuroscience? I said yes. So we can debate.
Okay, so what's brain theory? Explain to me what brain theory is. What do you what do you do professionally as a brain theorist?
I theorize how the brain works.
Wow, that doesn't sound completely made up. It didn't sound you just pulled that out of your ass right now.
Okay.
That sounds legitimate. I believe you. I don't think you're a narcissist at all. The fact that you're an egoist doesn't suggest that you're a narcissist at all. But yeah.
Perp Kush, that was created, I think, by an AI. I just asked an AI to create a GIF or something, and I don't remember. I looked up this image and I couldn't find it online, so I'm assuming that I created it through an AI.
But why did you stick with this? Why didn't you attempt like to use a younger model or
I'm
something?
actually.
Why did you?
So if I were to be presented with an older beautiful woman or a young beautiful woman, or if I would present you with an older and a younger women that are everything about them is identical. They are just as beautiful, except for one is more wrinkly. Because
Yeah, one is more aged. Yeah.
Yes. Which
Take
one
the
would you?
wrinkles all day.
Which one would you prefer?
Mature.
Why?
Oh, it's so easy, bro. It's so easy. It's not even like it's the gap is so far along. It's not even funny when you're dealing with a mature woman as opposed to an immature woman. And just like 9 times out of 10, a woman who's past like 30 or 40 years old has had sexual partners, has been through life, is one extremely comfortable with themselves, doesn't play any immature games, and is two like is like like you will not waste time or energy with a mature woman. Like there's just none of that. They understand that you've got shit to do and they understand they've got shit to do.
Yeah, I think that's true. They're generally more stable.
Well, obviously you don't have experience with older women, but let's say they were identical.
That's literally hilarious.
Okay, tell us, Mr. Slave.
Yeah.
But okay, let's assume they are identical. Like they're just as interesting and just as cute and cuddly, and everything is identical except one is the grandma. One is very old. One is very young. What's your preference?
Yeah, and they would have had much more experience.
It doesn't
be
matter.
More mature
It
because of
doesn't. Let's assume the same experience. Let's say both.
the same experience. How is that even possible?
Let's say both are virgins. I don't know. Both had one husband. Whatever.
But I'm talking about experience of the world, not just of like partners
of
the world.
Yeah, let's assume just the same. Like
Okay, fine. I'll throw that out. We'll just focus on partners.
yeah, let's assume they're just two nice chicks, two giggly, happy young chicks. You have chemistry with both. There's like you couldn't tell the difference. They're just as cute.
So they're identical in every way. Just one is like
one is old,
older,
one
more age.
Yeah, I just want to separate variables. What's preferable, a young woman or an old woman, and why?
Preferable to what you are looking for. It would depend on that.
Let's say you wanna.
Yeah, are we talking about a life relationship? Are we talking about sex? Are we talking about like like what are we talking about? One night stand?
If it's a one-time thing, I think I'd want to experience the more mature woman for a change.
Go.
Just for the variety.
the best sex I've ever had, bro, have been with women that are like 15 years older than me, bro.
Yeah, I
swear to God.
believe you. I believe you.
Uh-huh.
I believe you. That's why I want to experience it for myself.
Okay, anyway, I've been through this. I don't want to bore my audience too much. So, the advantage of the older one is
Go
that
on.
I would say most young women are beautiful, but very few old women are beautiful.
I would disagree. It's a different type of beauty in old women because they're so comfortable with themselves and they're so aware of themselves. So they just walk differently. Like the young woman is insecure, still trying to figure out.
I actually agree
like,
with this guy. He's speaking facts right now.
Yeah, it's like in just even their home, man. Like going to an older woman's home as opposed to a young woman's home. Like there's just I don't even know how to explain it. Like
All right.
It's true, Mr. Slave. Like a lot of young women, they can be very beautiful, but they have this insecurity about them
I don't know what you guys
and
are
a lack of identity.
I don't know what young women you hang around. So, well, forget it. It doesn't matter. Bipedal ape, you want to continue or you give up? What's it going to be? You said you want to convince me.
Give up.
You said you
I'll
want to
never
make.
give up on you, Mr.
All
Slave.
right.
I love you.
Good, very good.
Yeah, we keep, Mr. Slave, we keep returning because we deep down we really love you. We care about you.
What do you mean
We
deep
love you.
down? What about in not deep down? Do you hate me? Not deep down?
on the
No,
surface
I
level,
think
I
it's
might
hard
hate
to like,
you,
but I love you.
I would hope that you love me on all levels. Anyway, so
Well, I can't love you on all levels. Oh, well, no, I love you on all levels. I dislike you, but I love you.
That's
What about loving you on the homosexual level? Would you accept that?
No, I'm not.
I mean, I'd be down.
So there's some levels you wouldn't want the love.
Oh, he said he'd be down.
No,
Oh,
no.
God.
I'd be down.
I don't like. I know. I'm not a homosexual.
But why?
Neither am I. We can just do it for fun.
No, I don't. I'm not a homosexual. What are you talking about?
We don't have to be homosexual. We can just
Yes,
do it
we
for
do,
fun.
and I find it
You know what?
absolutely repugnant. I
Let,
find
let me bring up a
Mhm.
uncomfortable topic. So when I was young, right?
Mhm.
I had somebody gave me a mind fuck one day, and he
Mhm.
was just like, it was a gay friend that I had at the time. It wasn't really a
Mhm.
friend, but he was just like a mutual connection with all the girls that I used to hang out with. So
Mhm.
he was always there. His name was Andrew.
Mhm.
And I was like, dude, I'm not fucking gay. And he was like, how do you know? Like, have you
Mhm.
asked yourself, are you gay? And I
Mhm.
was like, holy shit, wait a second. Like, I haven't actually asked myself if I'm gay. So I remember going
Mhm.
home that day and looking at the mirror and looking at myself in the mirror and like confirming to myself, oh, I like
That's
vagina. Like,
hilarious.
yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I find other men to be absolutely sexually repugnant. So, not gay. I'm I'm disgusted by other men. I'm disgusted when I see two men kissing. I literally want to vomit.
Wait, if a guy has sex with another guy and it's just a one-time thing, does that
Ugh.
mean they're gay?
It
I
doesn't
know it's
matter.
like
It's
repulsive.
disgusting. It's absolutely will want to make me throw up. Ugh.
Like in the animal kingdom, like say I used to
Ugh.
have like two dogs, right?
Oh my
And they
god.
would sometimes like try to like fight each other, and who's going to mount the other. But it's not because they're gay; it's for dominance. It's like
Whatever. It's disgusting. Even when animals do it, I find it repugnant.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's not always for that same
It
intent.
doesn't matter. I'm not gay. I hate gays. I mean, I don't have a. I'm not.
See, okay, so that's where I find a weird thing, right? I think people that hate gays are gay.
No,
I
no, no.
honestly
I'm
do.
not. I was gonna say I'm not gay phobic. I don't care. You can be gay from here until tomorrow and back. I don't care.
Wait.
Just don't bang me and don't ask me to bang you. Don't kiss me. Don't touch me. No
You mean
touching.
the act itself you find repulsive?
I find the being close to another guy's physical body is disgusting.
What?
Okay.
Really? Like, you take it that far?
What do you mean? It's absolutely the most disgusting thing in the world. I'd rather eat poop. I'd rather eat
Like, you mean in
poop
like
than than have any
So
homosexual
even like
interaction.
I don't know if you have any brothers. Do you have any brothers?
I
Cousins?
don't disclose personal
Male cousins?
information. No personal
No, no,
information.
I'm not. I'm gonna ask too much more about it. Do you have any like male family members around?
No personal info. No. What's the question?
Hey, let's say you had a brother.
Okay,
Yeah, go on. Yeah,
let's
if you had
say
a
I
brother.
had a brother. What's the question?
No, go ahead. Right, I was
Okay, yeah.
saying it for
So
you.
if you had a brother, okay,
Mhm.
I like you grew up with your brother,
Mhm.
and obviously you're gonna play with each other. You're gonna sometimes be physically touching. Is that
That's
also
disgusting.
in that bracket?
That's
Really?
disgusting. Of
See,
course.
now I think that's something so strange. There's something you need to investigate, like why you find that disgusting. Because
I'm not gay. Are you out of your mind? I'm not gay.
that didn't come out of my mouth. That didn't come out of
See,
my mouth.
What?
That begs the question: are you gay? Because look how defensive you get.
Who's defensive? I'm not defensive.
Yeah, I don't think it's helping.
I'm not
but-
gay. I'm into forced like my fantasy is forced homosexuality.
Okay, what is forced homosexuality? I heard you say that last time.
Forced
What is
homosexuality is that if a chick forces me to have sex,
Whoa.
then
Whoa.
then that turns me on. But that's because I hate it so much. That's like being whipped. I hate it so much. It's painful.
Wait, if
but-
a chick forces you to have sex with who?
With a guy. That's a turn
What?
Yeah, that's a turn on.
What's
Ooh,
going
you're gay.
on?
You're gay, bro. I fucking knew it, dog.
Oh, I'm gay. No, but I wouldn't. If there's no chick in the picture demanding my abuse, she wants to sexually abuse me. If she doesn't, then I don't want to be around a guy.
Does it matter on the quality of the girl, or is it can it be any girl?
Yeah, it has
Doesn't
to be
matter.
a hot chick.
Okay. Is
So
there
a
any
hot
on
chick has
like?
to tell you you gonna
Go
go
ahead.
fuck that guy, and you get turned on by that.
Wait, what? What did you say?
Like, so if a hot chick tells you you're gonna have to fuck that guy, like that turns you
Usually,
on.
that's not the fantasy. The fantasy is he's gonna have to bang me in the tushy.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I don't even know what to say right now, Mr. Slave. I
Wait,
don't know what.
What's the question? I don't understand the question.
You said you're not gay, and then you've gone on to say, tell us all of this.
Look,
I don't.
That your fantasy is getting fucked in the ass. Like that's pretty gay, bro.
No. But you agree that my fantasy is not to whip myself, right? I wouldn't stand there and whip myself and enjoy it, right? But if a hot chick whips me, that's a turn on. Like I can sit and watch. Like when I watch porn, I just watch chicks using a bullwhip against a guy until he bleeds. That's
I'm actually curious. What kind of porn do you watch? Other than that? Is there any other type of?
that's the porn I watch. Like pure a hot chick.
So that's your thing.
That's it.
Domination.
Yeah, sexual abuse. Yeah, I love watching chicks abusing dudes. And as part of that, a chick can she can force a dude to get it up his tushy from another dude.
See, I feel like that's gay, and I'll tell you why. Like,
no, it's
my
not.
my fantasy has nothing to do with the guy, right? If we're being dead honest, because I feel like you're being very transparent on that. So I'll return the favor. So my fantasy is actually having sex with a older woman, like perhaps in her 40s or 50s. That's like my fantasy in a weird way, but it's definitely a woman. It's not a man. Like there's no man involved. So I would question if that's your fantasy at core. It does involve a man. You're at least bisexual.
I just explained to you, right? I wouldn't walk down the street and eat poop off the floor, right? Obviously. But if a chick fed me poop, I would eat it, and that would turn me on. Any abuse from a chick to a dude turns me on. Forced homosexuality is just another form of abuse. I don't enjoy eating poop.
Yeah, but in your fantasy though, you're getting penetrated by another guy.
It doesn't matter. She can also penetrate me. She can stick an actual stick up my tushy through my mouth and cook me, that's my ultimate fantasy. So you wouldn't say that I want to be murdered in real life. No, it's just a fantasy, and it's just being abused. I just want to be abused to death. That is what turns me on. The abuse. What I find repulsive and repugnant and disgusting. If she forces me to
That's not a.
Mhm.
I guess. I just find it hard. I like. There's all types of forms of abuse, and I'm not sure how in your fantasy the one that you dial in on is the
Any
penetration in that.
any abuse, any form of abuse.
That's true. Why did you use that as the first example, Mr. Slave?
I don't have an answer. I mean, maybe it was the previous topic. Maybe you said I'm gay and I told you I'm not gay. I'm into forced homosexuality. Maybe I don't remember. Who cares? Why is it even important? I don't care. If I were gay, I wouldn't care. I'd be gay. Who cares? Why would I
I don't
care?
care.
Yeah,
It's okay. in my
I
opinion.
know. I don't care. Like, I'm not anti-gay. I'm not anti-trans. You can be trans, gay.
Are you sure?
You
Thank
said you
you,
hate
thank you.
gays.
I don't care
what
if
the
you're
hell? Why would
gay.
you say
Just don't
that?
be gay with me. Don't gay me. Don't touch
Right, unless
me.
it involves a woman. Unless it involves a hot
Right.
woman. Yeah?
Unless a hot chick forces me to be touched.
Yeah, then it's all okay.
But it has to be
Yeah.
abuse. It's not like if the other guy would love me. I don't want him to
Exactly.
love me. He just has to
What if
abuse
she?
me.
What if she forces you to like suck another guy's dick?
Yeah,
Oh, I'd be
exactly.
into that. I'd love that.
You would do
Oh
that?
my
Yeah.
Cutie pie, stop talking like that.
What are
Yeah,
you
don't be
talking
gay, bro.
about?
Don't
Yeah,
be gay,
don't be
dog.
gay, dude.
But I can't help myself. I am.
No, it's unacceptable. Like, you can't. Like, it's
Right,
you're being.
is Cutie Pie? Are you a guy or a girl?
Obviously, he's a guy. He's
You don't
pretending.
know.
This is
Yeah.
like
These days, you don't know. You really
David
don't know.
Chappelle or whatever. Who is the guy that always makes fun of trans? Who's the anti-trans black comedian?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is it David Chappelle?
Actually, the pronouns on cutie are actually creepy boo. So, gee, we should refer to
Oh my god.
creepy boo as creepy boo.
It doesn't matter. I don't care. Oh, you're a Zionist.
Wait, let's just say if there was a hot girl in the room, right, and she like, she told you, she ordered you to like, start doing stuff with Cutie Pie, would you do it?
Yes,
So
he would.
my fantasy is to be abused. I don't want to be like
Oh, I can do that
she
for
needs
you.
to feel that I'm suffering. If I am,
Okay.
it has to be forced, right? So it has to be forced on me. I have to throw up as I'm doing it in order to suffer. So, but the point is, she enjoys me suffering. Any form of me suffering is what she enjoys, and anything she enjoys turns me on.
Where did this begin? Like, where did this
You're
stem
reading
from?
you're reading my mind, bro. Like we are on the same wavelength. Now I'm just like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm very curious. Like, how did this begin?
Who knows?
I don't know.
I don't know where it began. Maybe because I was abused by my father. Who knows?
Oh, I'm
Not
sorry to hear
no,
that.
not sexually. Thank God. At least that did not happen. But yeah, the guy was a Looney Tune. The guy was evil, pure. Like vegans can come and study how
Like
to be
evil. I mean, do you feel comfortable sharing any of
I'd
the
rather
evils?
not. It's really, I've been through this so many videos. I've discussed it at length, and I find it really boring. This conversation for
No, we
me.
don't have to go in length. We don't have to go in length.
No.
You
This
can like just break it down.
conversation is boring me. You can watch my videos. There's tons of videos where I've gone through this for hours and hours and hours until I died, and then woke up and it continued. It's really boring.
I don't think it's a boring conversation. Like
For me.
I'll speak for I'll
No.
speak
I don't. I
firsthand.
don't want
It's
to.
like,
No. I'm not interested. I'm sorry. I'm not interested. It doesn't show up in
well, then
my.
what do you
I
want
mean,
to
I
talk
feel
about?
like, Mr. Slave, I feel like you being so transparent about it can be an inspiration to people who have been abused,
I'm not here.
or people who have no people who have
Um,
even no experience of it to
I
become more aware of
honestly,
what it's like.
I'm not here for that. I'm not here for
Okay,
that.
fair enough.
So, I mean, if you were abused as a child, yeah, I mean, sucks for you. Sucks to be you. I can't
Sucks to be
really.
me.
If you were abused as a child, yeah, I mean, you have a lot of figuring out to do. You want to talk to me privately? I'll try and help. I mean, if you want to talk, if you were abused as a child, you want to come out and we can talk about it, and maybe I will help you. I'm fine with that. But if you're just curious why I'm the way I am,
Well, how do you know? How do you know we weren't abused as
no,
children?
then you have to tell me. You're gonna have to expose yourself. Otherwise, it's a waste of time.
Well, I was going to, and then you cut me off.
I'm sorry. So were you abused?
Yeah, so I grew up. My mother was extremely physical with me, extremely physical, and it definitely negatively affected me as I grew older. I mean, one of the most cruel things that I pointed out she did. Now that I look at it as an adult, and I'm just like, damn, that's pretty fucking hardcore. I can almost just laugh at it at this point. I mean, I used to have to kneel on dry rice on a cookie sheet and stare at the timer with a piece of soap with a soap bar in my mouth, and I was not allowed to get up like for anything. And then I would literally have to like, Mom, can I use the bathroom? And then as I'm running to the bathroom, I would wipe off the dry rice that's just like fucking imprinted in my knees. I would get like spanked. She would hit me, bro. Like all of this shit. Like, and it negatively affected my experience with women. I've reenacted the same things that she did to me on other women, and I noticed that. And like even to this day, I feel like even in my past relationship, I have been affected by that, by doing the same things that my mother did to me to other women, and it's something that I'm trying to counteract.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds messed up.
Yeah. Like sometimes, like when I debate people, I become like an asshole, and that's that's pretty much like the way I was treated. Like my father was around the clock super asshole, but sometimes yeah, I'm an asshole, and that's I think that's related. Yeah, of course yeah. Yeah, but how do you think we can help you, Mr. Perpkush?
I'm not asking for help.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to, yeah, I'm just trying to kind of like open it up a little bit. Like that was my experience, and I think this is why it's an interesting conversation, is because once you realize that your experiences as a child absolutely affect your relationships as an adult, I think it's really starts to kind of open up your eyes a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Mr. Slave, I have a question about like say this hot woman that was into you for whatever reason, like she didn't enjoy torturing you or causing you harm. Would that be a problem?
I mean, it's yeah, because I can't. I want to be myself, and I want to be tortured. So it's
So I'm saying, for you, it wouldn't be enough then?
right. Usually, when I'm in a relationship, I ask to be to be abused, and sometimes it doesn't go well.
I see.
Sometimes it immediately ends the relationship. It's like, okay, goodbye.
Well, what does that look like if it's going well? Because I can't see any positive of telling a woman, hey, you have full authority to dominate me and abuse me. I don't see how giving that power to a woman can lead to a positive relationship.
Wait, you don't see how that can lead to a positive relationship?
Yeah, no, not at all. I think it completely ruins the dynamic that we are supposed to have. Like,
supposed to?
It's against the natural power dynamic.
Yeah.
I mean, so maybe if
that's why, in my opinion, that's why they don't work. I'm not saying never work. I'm not sure what's the longest relationship you had that was positive in your eyes on that, but I would assume that you don't have a long-term relationship to kind of point to that worked, because I don't think that works.
I mean, it doesn't matter my personal experience whether it's good or bad. That's pretty much irrelevant because like you're pointing to something we would need to study scientifically and gather data. Unfortunately, as far as I know, no one studies these things. This is like scientists are afraid. Hmm.
No, they're absolutely studied. Yeah, by like in depth.
Well, can you show me any data, any graphs?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
Let's
So I've always looked into if there's any data on this. There's no data on this. No one studies this. No one touches this. This is taboo. Like no way. No one touches this. What men
What are we talking?
what men fantasize about. No, I don't think anyone. I don't think people study. Like you can go on. Like the
what
only
study exactly am
the
I
only
looking for? Like
the only data you can have is if you like once a year Pornhub they publish like sex with camels. These are the top search in this region is sex with camel. Top search in this is sex with trans. Top like different countries have the top searches and it's consistent. So for some reason
so
in
what,
Mhm,
so what I think I
mhm.
might have been too generic on it because even when I'm looking for it, you're kind of right. It's kind of hard to find like specific
There's
data on
nothing. There is
power dynamics.
there's
But
no data.
what I think
No
what I
no
think I
one.
can find
Go ahead. Hmm.
what I think I can find is data and scientific proof
Hmm.
on how a female and male brain differentiates and what they are kind of tuned to do, right? And I think
Hmm.
through my research of that, I've learned
Hmm.
the male brain and the
Hmm.
female brain. Most simply, I could say the female brain is more of a nurture and caretaker, and they also solve different problems and
That's
situations better
useless.
than men do.
With all due respect.
No,
Okay, wait, the
no, they do.
second part. No, no. Okay, show me the data, and the data we need to see from what country it is and what time. No one studies sex. No one touches it. No one touches sex. No
Okay, so if
one.
there was if let's say there was a study, right?
Hmm.
Like, and
Hmm.
I'm talking even a peer-reviewed study, right? That goes into depth on how the male and female brain is different and how they are kind of set up for
I'm not.
different purposes. I
As
think
I
go as
said,
far to say.
okay, look, fine. Show me the research. We can discuss it. It's useless to talk about maybe there is, maybe there isn't. It's fine. I know what you're referring to. There's maybe a little bit, and even the difference between male and female nowadays. If you touch it, they kill you. They fire you and they kill you, and you get death threats. We know this. The trans
Yeah,
community
I
is
asked
not
James Moore. He
no.
worked at Google, and he said there was biological differences why people choose different professions, and they fired him.
Yeah.
Like, and people were hitting on him.
Yeah, it's very. I mean,
Gone now.
and
He's out of
that's
rank.
the tip of the iceberg to actually
I mean, it's
study.
not. Does that mean it's not true?
I'm not saying it's not true. It's irrelevant. I'm saying no one touches it. No one touches sex. It's so dangerous to touch it. No one studies prostitution. No one studies pedophilia. No one studies these things. This is you touch it, you die. You're not going to survive. No one touches these subjects. You're not going to know anything except for anecdotally what you might be able to gather on your own. That's it. Sorry. So
So you think there's no? You think the power dynamic doesn't exist? You think that?
correct.
Interesting.
Yeah. You
So
don't
that's why
know.
you're willing to take a female role,
What do you mean
so to
I'm
say, in a
willing?
relationship.
What do you mean I'm willing? This is who I am. That's like I don't know what it means to will. This is what I need. Like I don't like I'm not gay, but I'm also not I'm not vanilla, there's such a term vanilla. I'm not vanilla. I'm into being strangled. I need to be strangled to death. That's my turn on.
It's amazing you're still alive.
I know because a chick can make a mistake and kill me because like I put my life in their hands all the time and it's really
So
dangerous. Hmm.
most, I would argue. Well, I can't really argue that really, I guess. But that would go in line with aggressive behavior. Like the chick who would like to do that is going to be more of an aggressive chick, I would
No,
think. You know,
no, not
it.
necessarily.
Um,
No, I wouldn't. I don't like aggressive females. I like very feminine chicks, but I want her to murder
so you
me.
want a feminine chick? You want a feminine chick to
Mur-
choke you to death?
yeah, to murder me any which way.
Yeah. See, again, I find a huge problem with that. I don't think you'll
What do
ever
you
find
mean?
that
What do you
because
mean
the
problem?
feminine
What are you talking about?
chick does
What
not.
do you,
The feminine chick doesn't want to choke somebody to death. They want to be taken care of, bro. They
you
want to be
don't
like
know? You
fucking
as I
like.
said, you
They
don't
want to live in like
know.
La La
You
Land.
don't know. You don't know. Stop pretending you know. There's no research on this. All you know is your personal experience. That's completely. That's not scientific. So erase it.
I hope you find her.
Okay, whatever. Look, I'm not going to talk
I mean,
about
I
it.
can't tell if that's like a nice thing or a bad thing. Like if it's like you hope he dies.
No, I didn't mean it like that, but like, yeah, you know,
Okay,
like,
sorry,
I mean, no, look, everybody's got a fantasy, bro. Like I had a fantasy for a long time of having sex with like a larger woman, like not like a fat woman, but you know, like a BBW woman.
beautiful. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like with huge tits, huge butt. Like I fulfilled that fantasy and it made me very happy. You know what I mean? Like I hope you fulfill your
Congratulations.
fantasy.
Wait,
You know, I
are you
really do.
5'9"?
High five.
No, I'm 6'3", bro.
Oh, okay. Because there was
What was
another
this
guy
chick
the
like
other day.
6'9"? Like what big was this woman?
No, there was another guy the other day, and we had this conversation. And he told me he's 5'9", because he said 5'10" chicks are so tall. I said, what? It's like, no, that's not tall. And then he started crying. What do you mean? You calling me short? I said, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Okay, so you're 6'3". Okay, so all right, I love chicks who are really super duper thick. Obviously, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, I think they're really fun. I think they're really fun. But I do honestly have a hard time thinking I'm gonna have to be able to spend my life with one. Like, you know, there is a sense of like, how do you say it? Um, Not like a lack of self-respect. I don't want to go as far to say that, but it's
Hmm.
like the notion of letting your body get that far along and then not. I feel like it only gets worse. Like it doesn't get better. You know what I mean? Like the
No,
BBW at like 25 doesn't end up at like 40, you know, like thin and nice and kept well if she's not already on the forefront thinking about her health, you know? I think it just gets worse and you're going to end up dealing with a woman with medical issues, unfortunately.
no, not necessarily.
That's what I think, at least. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so. Anyway, does anybody actually want to debate something? Face of Evil, we've never debated anything except for
We've
Elon.
never debated anything.
So Face of Evil used to hate Elon, and then we debated Elon a few times, and then he said, "You've
I have
changed."
converted.
He's converted. He's now pro
I am
Elon.
an Elon acolyte. All
He's
these
in.
people coming after Elon, and then he did a salute.
He is
He
now
was
an
just calling his
Elon.
heart out to everyone. Yeah, that
And
is
some of the dude,
propaganda.
the best Elon interviews, by the way, are with Lex Friedman, Ryuk.
True. True.
So yeah, so Evil is now an Elon activist. What do you think about his Zig Heil last night? Did you see his Zig Heil?
I just said it wasn't. I just said he was throwing his heart out to everyone. He was showing love to everybody, and now everybody thinks he's Hitler. I mean, people just see Hitler everywhere. They have that condition where they see patterns everywhere.
Oh
That's
my
all.
god. Poor Elon. Poor Elon. He couldn't. They caught him. They caught him. Oh my god. So funny.
I mean, nobody would have thought he was a Nazi before that. I mean,
Did you see what he did?
Yeah.
that's what media is, and
Oh,
they see him
it's-
patterns everywhere.
Okay. What does anyone anyone here support the H1b visa? Because Elon said that he supports H1b.
Well, he wants the best in the world to come to America, and that's perfectly
yeah, isn't that
reasonable.
only
That's
for
a mission.
America?
Okay, Ryuk, are you pro H1b?
Yeah, I mean, is it for America? It's only for America, isn't it?
Well, H1B is an American visa. There's no
So
H1.
what does it matter? What does it matter what I think? I'm not American.
Okay, I didn't say you are American. Do you think H1B is? Well, what's your opinion of the H1B
Well,
visa?
explain it to me. Who does it eliminate?
H1B just says that if you can be sponsored, if you find a sponsor, meaning a company that offers you a job, then you
Yeah.
can come to work in America for that company alone, and they have to pay you a nominal fee. They have to pay you.
Okay. Is
What
this part of Trump's policy?
Trump said that he's pro H1B. Yeah, but what's your
Sure, then I'm for it.
why?
Let's go.
Because Trump.
Because I like Trump. I'm for Trump.
But not everything
Because
Trump says is. What do you mean? So anything
Maybe
Trump
not until I learn more about it, until I really do my own proper research. I'm for it because
So
Trump
why-
says it's good.
why
So it's
can't
good.
you-
Yeah, slave, because that's what happens when a leader. That's what happens when a leader, an actual leader, comes into
Yeah, I mean,
position, right? Like you don't have to agree with everything they say. You just have faith that they are at least having your best interest, right? And
Yeah,
when
he's trying
Biden
to do
comes,
something. He's trying to do something. He's taking action. He's actually trying to do something, at least.
Why can't you just?
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, so again, the theory of a debate. The purpose of a debate is so whatever you're thinking that movie in your brain, you want to share it with me. So the question is the H1B movie that is running in your head, whatever that is.
said he doesn't know enough on the topic to
So
be
just so
informed about
why?
it enough.
Okay, so why do you say? Why do you have an opinion? Right, you're appealing
He
to.
pretty much said he doesn't. You forced
But
him to try to have an
why do
opinion,
you
and what
have?
he's
I
telling
didn't
you is
force.
whatever Trump says
No,
goes.
I didn't force. I didn't force. I just. My question is, why do you appeal to Trump? What's the point of appealing to Trump? I'm asking, what's the movie running in your?
Because I trust Trump has America's best interest.
Yeah, because he's a good leader. That's what. Again, I'm trying to explain to you what happens when an actual leader, right? A leader is more than just a person with a title.
Wait,
It's
okay,
somebody
hold on.
who
Do you
knows how
think?
to lead.
Wait, do you think Hitler did not have Germany's best interest?
Hitler was a leader. He was an absolute leader. Whether you disagree or agree with him, he showed signs of being an out fucking standing leader, which is why he
Okay,
was able to do what he did.
okay, but he
Right?
ended up destroying the planet. So would you?
Okay.
So
That doesn't mean he wasn't a good leader.
I'm not saying, but having the
That means that
interest,
is
having the interest of the country, that doesn't help. You see that it can end in disaster.
it can, but it
So
doesn't always.
fine, it's a flip of a coin. So I'm asking you, what's your opinion on H1B? And you're appealing to Trump. Trump could be wrong. Trump could be
So look,
destroying.
he look. Listen, if you want my opinion, like Ryuk, I gave a respectable position. I'm not trying to straw man or speak for him, right? But he clearly tried to tell you, look, I don't know much about it. One, I'm not in America, and I don't even have the information on it. So whatever Trump says goes. I know a little bit about H1B. What it is for special occupations. It's not just for anybody, right? It's for special occupations. So that particularly, I think most of what happens is we need tech workers. So they're hiring people from tech to work in tech, right? And first off, like, yes, I agree with it to a certain extent, but it's not what you say it is, right? It's not like they're slaves to the company. In these jobs, they're still getting really good salaries, bro, and they're able to come out here and get fucking homes and still live good. And they're much better with their money than we are. So they're not buying materialistic things and shit like that. So they're honestly, it's a great opportunity for them.
Do you want to debate H1B without appealing to Trump or not? Because it sounds like
I said nothing about Trump, and I said
Okay,
not one
so
word about Trump.
okay. Would you like to debate? Well, you offered a few ideas about the H1B. Do you want to have an actual discussion about it? If like
Sure. What do you see that's wrong with it?
the H1B reduces the average quality of life of an American mathematically. We can prove it mathematically. And no one will deny it. Because the definition of the quality of life is the GDP divided by literally the number of people, the actual population size.
So is the I mean, bro, that's kind of look. Even if I agree with you, right? The thing is there's a bigger issue, which is the border. So, like, look, I can agree with you fully here. And even if I did agree with you, I would tell you, okay, well,
Hold on. One second.
obviously we need to start with
One
the border,
second. No, no, no.
not the
So
H-1B
wait.
visas.
So when we debate, one of the techniques in the debate is called the et ceterum paribus. It means all else remaining the same. Et ceterum, I think, means all else, and paribus means the same. So all else remaining the same.
Jesus.
So we're separating one variable. So we're just
Okay,
saying,
so H-1 visas. Okay, let's keep it on H-1
yeah.
visas, right? H-1B.
Mhm.
So there's about at most 65,000.
Regardless,
65,000 a year.
regardless of the number, even a single H1B mathematically must reduce the average quality of life of the
So you're,
Americans, of any of
so you're saying
even
65,000
one, even
H-1B
one,
visas,
a
people that are
single,
able to come over because they
it,
have experience
even
in a
one,
special
it doesn't matter.
occupation.
Even one
So one
H1B.
So one H1B, like the dude from India who is an IT tech and has been more learning about IT his entire life and is able to come work for Apple in Silicon Valley because he was offered an H1B. He's killing our economy. That's what you're saying?
Well, he's reducing the average quality of life mathematically.
How?
Because
You cannot prove that, brother. With all due respect, I lived in Silicon Valley where this is the most prevalent. You know what happens in Silicon Valley? You have to work in tech. Sure, I guess if you're a retard and you're like, oh, I'm gonna stay here because I want to and things are not okay the way things are going. Well, you're just gonna fucking drown. At the end of the day, you gotta realize where you're at. If you're in a space where tech industry is prevalent and they're having an issue filling those jobs because they have a lack of experience, so they choose and decide to hire people from overseas with that experience. There's no issue with that. It doesn't lower anybody's quality of life besides the person who's dumb enough to stay in a position that they're not able to offer anything in. So like if you don't have the ability to bring more value than an H1B tech visa worker, then you need to fucking go somewhere else where you provide value.
okay,
The
so
bigger problem is the border. Like I agree
no,
with you, but
no. We can discuss each topic separately. If you want to debate H1B, we can do that. If you don't, we can not and discuss something else. But the question is, do you want to debate H1B? I need to know.
sure, but I just don't see why do you see 65,000 H-1B workers that are actually having experience and actually provide a value to American society by bringing their experience, right? They're not like some guys that are coming over and just fucking not paying taxes or anything. These are people that are working. They're not even they literally have a job before they even come here, bro. Like, how are you saying that those 65,000 people are a bigger issue than how are you dialing into that? I don't understand.
Talking about
There's
immigrants?
the H-1B workers in specific. I think
Oh
immigrants
yeah,
are the much larger issue. H-1B visa workers are not immigrants.
Okay, Perp Kush, you're monologuing. I need to know, do you want to debate it or not? If yes, you gotta let me speak. If you want to debate something else instead, I'm fine. But
I'll shut up. I'll shut up. Go ahead.
okay, so I mentioned, I think already either once or twice, I'm saying not 65,000, even a single H1B visa. Mathematically, I don't care about what the data shows, because if we can prove it mathematically, then the data is insignificant. So we can mathematically prove that a single H1B visa must mathematically reduce the average quality of life of an American. Do you want me to go through the proof? Or do you understand what I've said? Do you want to respond in some
Yeah, I
other
would like to
way?
see the math. I would like to see the math.
Okay. So in order to do the math, let's assume that there's no difference, there's no genetic difference between an average, let's say, American and an average Indian. Are you fine with that?
Sure.
Okay. Let's also assume that there's no significant difference in the experience of the H1B worker that we're bringing and an American worker.
Sure.
Okay. So we are so we're bringing in so by bringing in the extra worker, we're increasing the GDP, but we're also increasing the consumption.
Consumption of what?
I mean, we don't need to. We're also increasing the population. So we're increasing the GDP because there's more production. There's one more worker, so there's more production. But we're also increasing the population. So the definition of quality of life, let's say, is GDP per capita, is GDP per population. So we increased the GDP, and we increased the population. However, there is a problem by increasing the GDP. The GDP doesn't grow linearly. You could argue for two reasons. The GDP, you have diminishing returns, like that's one argument we can discuss. The other argument is it's related to the diminishing returns, and that is that the American economy seems to grow at a steady rate of, let's say, about 3% per year, year over year, GDP per capita. And I would argue, right, and different countries grow at different rates. And I would argue the American economy is capped. Its growth is capped by, at the end of the day, by legislature. In order to build a new factory, you need the paperwork and the machinery, the governmental and the bureaucratic machinery. That's what's capping the growth of the American economy. So by bringing in an extra worker, you're not getting linear growth. That is at the root, that's the cause of the diminishing return. Right? You can bring 65 million workers. You'd agree that obviously you're not going to get a linear growth in the economy of 65 million workers because there's not enough jobs, not enough homes, there's not enough infrastructure. So of course it's going to crash the economy. It's going to create a complete dysfunction, certainly immediately. Maybe in the long run, the economy can cope. But if you bring in 65 million a year, the economy is probably not going to be able to deal with it. But I would say even a single H1B worker already hits you with the diminishing return. Because the American economy is already at maximum capacity or close.
So let's say
Yeah.
you're right.
Mhm.
Let's say you're right.
Mhm.
65,000 people that again have a job before they show up.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to understand your mindset, right?
You're not listening.
Because
I didn't mention that. That's irrelevant. I gave you a mathematical proof.
yeah, I know, and I'm gonna respond with mathematical proof on why that makes no sense.
No, but you need to talk about what I just talked about. Like,
Yeah, I will. Because we're talking about.
So don't
you,
bring up.
Hold on, give me a second.
No,
Give me
no,
a
no.
second, bro.
I'll
You're talking about.
I'll give you as much time as you want. I'm just letting you know.
Yes, but you're talking about a single person coming and that affects how you explain how one person coming in lowers the quality of life for the 1-to-1 American, like on a ratio of 1-to-1, right?
Yes.
That's what I'm sticking on, right?
Did you understand the proof? Did you understand why necessarily?
I understand it.
Okay,
I understand it.
Then dissuade me.
Okay. So
Otherwise, like that's my proposition. Either you agree with my
which
proposition. Hmm.
I never said I disagree with you. I
Wait,
agree.
so
Like for the most part, I agree.
so why should we allow even a single H1B? What's the point?
Because they have jobs before they're coming here. There's
Okay, I
4.9
don't care.
million
Listen,
unauthorized
why should
immigrants
I?
from
Why is
Mexico
it
coming
my?
without
Okay,
jobs.
okay, okay. Listen,
Without
listen.
jobs.
Why is it?
Without
No,
jobs.
hold on. Don't
So hold on,
switch. Don't
hold on.
switch topic.
Give me a second, bro. Like, give me. I'm not trying to change the topic. I'm telling you that I fucking agree with you. But what I have
Then
a hard
why?
time understanding is why should we punish the people that are coming to America with actual jobs, as opposed to the people that are coming in illegally with
No.
nothing to offer?
I'm not.
That
I said
doesn't make sense to me.
I said et ceterum paribus. I don't want to. We can. I said we can discuss the other issues with the combination of the issues. First, we need to
The issue you're talking about is how American life is lowered by 1 to 1, right? A person coming in from a visa, an immigrant, right?
Mhm.
And I'm telling you that that's nonsense. If they have a job before they get here, that's what I will tell you.
I gave you a mathematical proof that a single H1B visa mathematically must lower the quality of life of the average American.
You can't confidently say that when you're not taking into
course.
account all variables. You're not taking into account all variables. You're just trying to
Like,
dial into one in this
wait,
theoretical
wait,
situation. In
wait,
real
I gave you
life,
the proof. Wait, I gave you the proof. What's wrong with the proof? Like,
yeah.
tell me.
So in
What
that
do you mean?
theoretical, you're right.
Yeah. What do you
In
mean?
your theoretical, you're right.
What?
Right?
So,
In a room with one person and one person, you're right.
what are you
But
talking
in the
about? What do you
real
mean
world
room? Wait,
today, in
what?
America,
What are you talking
in America
about?
right now,
What?
in America right now today, it's not just one person and one person, brother. That's not how it works.
I don't.
There's more people than that.
I don't understand.
So your theoretical does not actually translate to
I
the
don't.
real fucking world.
I don't. I don't understand what you're saying. I prove to you, if you bring a single H1B, because of diminishing returns, you're mathematically lowering the average quality of life. You're not growing the GDP
You're right,
linearly.
and
If you're not
right,
growing
you're
the
right, and
GDP
your
linearly
theoretical.
and the population
Again, bro,
is
I don't know.
growing,
I don't listen. I'm just gonna leave if you can't understand what I'm trying to tell you. You're right in your situation
what do you
that
mean
you are putting
situation?
forward.
I don't understand.
You're wrong when it comes to actual real fucking life.
I
And
don't know.
real life,
I
what's
don't know
actually
that.
going on in America is much more complicated than your theoretical. Do
Okay.
you understand that?
Okay. What? No.
Do you live in America? Like, first off,
Stop. Just answer the question.
no, I'm being honest because I just feel like
Stop.
that actually has some context here. Like, I'm
Stop.
actually in America.
Stop. Just answer
I
the
can tell you what the actual
Stop.
problem is, and I can guarantee you it's not
Stop.
H1B visas.
Stop. Okay, I told you we can have a separate discussion. Don't mix them up. Etc. paribus. Right
They're
now,
not mixed up.
separate
They're
the
the
var.
same
No,
fucking
no.
discussion,
Separate
bro.
the. We're talking about is H1B.
Well, yes, we're talking about
No.
low. Okay, go ahead, bro.
What do you mean? We can have a separate discussion about immigration, illegal, the wall, the South, Mexico. Right now, we're
It's not separate.
It's
They're the
not
same
only
thing.
that problem. It's not only that problem. We have a very
game.
complicated problem.
I'm sorry. Right now, it's perp kosher. You
It
can
was the
stay, and
but
you'll
what
be
I'm
next.
no, but they're not separate. That's the thing is you keep on saying they're separate. They're
What do you
not
mean?
separate at all. Not
I'm
even close.
no,
They're the
no.
same
I want,
exact problem.
but I want a mathematical analysis of a single H1B visa, a purely mathematical discussion of a single H1B visa. Tell me what assumptions you're making and what mathematical model. I gave you my assumptions. I said, do you agree that genetically
I'm
they're
saying you're right.
identical? Okay, then
I'm saying you're right.
then
When it
what?
comes to a 1 to 1,
What do you
what
mean
I'm
one?
saying
What do you
is
mean
that
by
doesn't
1 to 1?
translate.
What do you mean by 1 to 1?
Again, you said a single. In your I don't understand how you don't get this. You put together a situation where one person and one American,
What do you
right?
mean one person,
You did
one
not say, "Hey,
American?
there is this."
Wait. What do you mean one
Jesus, bro. Am I not
American?
speaking? Like, am I not speaking fucking English? Like, is it just
Stop.
me or is this fucking like
Stop.
I don't understand.
We're already friends. Stop going wild. Come on. Concentrate. I'm with you. I'm not against you. I thought
Don't
H1B
break
is
it.
good. Hold on, game. Perp. I used to think the first day Elon went berserk, I agreed with him. After 24 hours of thinking about it, I was showering and then I realized no, the growth of the GDP is non-linear. You have diminishing returns, but the growth of the population is linear. Therefore, the quality of life must diminish. Therefore,
Yes, but not when you're talking about something that only affects 65,000 people coming into the country.
what do you mean?
It doesn't. It has minimal to none effect. Like I'm telling you that
Even
you're
a
right, right?
single,
But
even
when
a
it,
single. What do you mean? I
like,
don't need
bro,
65,000.
so
Even a
this is
single.
never gonna actually like penetrate. I feel like, so it's all good. I'll just concede here, I guess.
You don't have to concede. Concede is if you became convinced. You don't concede if you're not convinced. 1 second game. Perp is almost done.
No, I think you should give Game a chance to
Okay,
speak. I
game,
mean,
you're
I
up.
think we do.
But game is 15. Like anything I talk to game about, he doesn't like it's he doesn't argue. Game, are you 15?
No,
How old are you? 14?
20.
Okay. Go ahead. What do you want to say?
Okay, your point of trying to say mathematically
Yeah.
an AB1 visa
H1b visa, yeah.
diminishes. Okay, so what is your point on that? I need a little bit of explanation because I only came here and I was only hearing one
Do
part
you
of it.
know like a little bit of economics?
Yes, I am a trader. Yes.
Okay. So if you bring in an immigrant worker, like an Indian programmer.
Yes.
So you grow the economy by one worker. So you grow the productivity by one worker, right?
Productivity is measured by only what they do, not by the amount of workers.
Okay, but if if a worker joins your economy, he's productive, right? Let's assume he's fully productive. So he comes in, he starts
Okay.
working, right?
So he comes in, let's
yeah.
say to Microsoft, he
Yes.
produces at least
X.
3 gigabytes of
No,
data
it produces
into.
X. Yeah, it produces X amount of work.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Like
So we
like
can say
he
3
produces.
gigabytes
You could
of
produce
knowledge.
no. You can say that he produces the same as any other worker. All workers produce the same. He is just as productive as anybody else, right?
Okay, so you say around 2 to 3 what do you call it? What I usually do is I
No.
measure productivity by gigabytes because that is how
no.
my
Okay.
working works.
No.
Let's say hypothetically, let's measure it by that. If you want
No,
to go
no,
mathematically,
no. You're no, you.
That's
No,
but this is the point though, Slave, is your situation is too narrow. It doesn't translate to actual
no,
real world because your
no,
situation has such a control in it where you've
no.
made it okay, a theoretical situation that has such like rare variables, right?
No. What do
The
you
Indian
mean?
worker coming
Wait,
over,
what?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you what I mean. The Indian worker coming over to work at Microsoft half the
Mhm.
time has more knowledge than the American. So they actually bring
Let's
more
assume.
value.
Let's assume that all
yeah,
workers are the same. Let's assume.
and
No,
the
no, no,
Indian.
no, no, no. Let's assume for the simplicity of the model. Let's assume all workers are the same. He's just a programmer.
Okay,
It's not
so
this,
programmers.
yeah,
So
sure.
let's say he's on the project of Copilot. Most
It
programmers for
doesn't matter.
Copilot
It
give
doesn't
at least
matter.
3 gigabytes of
No,
knowledge to
no,
Copilot each
stop,
year.
game. I'm gonna mute you. If
You're
you
making it uncalculable. You're
yes,
making it that
yes.
I cannot calculate.
No, yes. There's no calculation here. All I'm saying is when you bring in another worker,
Trying to make a real world situation, Slave, and you're not letting him.
I'm simplifying the model. You bring in
Simplifying, not always simplifying makes anything easier.
No.
Sometimes it
I'm
makes
gonna
it
start.
even
I'm
confusing.
gonna start with the simplified model. I'll make my proof, and then we can play around with
Okay.
making it complicated. The simplified model
Okay.
is we bring in an Indian programmer that is identical to all the identical American programmers. We just added another programmer to the US economy. And I'm assuming that he's adding the same amount of work as all other programmers in America. So we grew the economy by one programmer. We grew the productivity of the economy by one programmer. And we grew the consumption of the economy by one person.
We did not grow the economy by just one worker. Technically, we grew it by 75% of a worker because we take taxes.
No.
Let's assume
let's assume no taxes. We simplified the model. Let's assume no taxes.
So you see what you're doing here, though, Slave, is you're making a situation that is so unable to be translated to real life situations that you have to keep on making variables.
Fine, we're gonna first simplify, make it as simple as possible, get the answer, and then play around.
So
with
now
the
we can say America is an American dream. A bunch of guns, no taxes. The government is good. The economy is good. Let's put it inside of the American dream. Yes, let's do that.
Look,
sure. Now
okay,
we're in fairy tale land. Let's go to fairy tale
again.
land.
Okay, look. You don't want to have this discussion. I'll go about my business.
I'm making the discussion. I'm not predicting the discussion.
Okay, so all I'm saying, let's
in the
finish.
discussion.
Okay, let's finish with the simplified model, and then if you want to play around with the variables, we can play. But first, we need to understand.
Okay, so we grew the economy by one worker. Okay.
Right.
How? So what is your point by saying we grew the economy by one worker?
My point is that we didn't grow the economy by one worker because of diminishing returns. So when you add a worker...
Okay, what do you mean by diminishing returns?
So when you add a worker to a business...
Yes.
Like you can keep adding workers, and every worker you add adds a little bit more to the business. But the first worker adds the most. The second worker adds less than the first worker. With every new worker you bring in, every new worker adds less than the previous worker. That's called...
You want me to tell you?
What?
Okay, do we want to put real life or do we want to do fairy tale?
This is a simple model. This is the diminishing returns model.
Okay, because a simple model, I believe it can work by simple ethics of business.
No
let's
ethics.
Say,
No ethics. Don't complicate the model. Don't complicate the model. We can later we can complicate the model. Right now we're gonna simplify the model. Anyway,
okay, because if we simplify it, there's no way for us to find a variable to find out what are we talking about.
No. Exactly. Everything you want to modify, all the variables you want to modify, write them down. First, we're going to come up with an answer to the simplest model, and then we can play around with...
Okay,
so now gaming, you see where I was at. What I was telling him was, in your fairy tale theoretical situation, you're absolutely right, but that does not translate to real world.
Yes, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. The fairy tale, you are totally right. Okay,
what
you're right. There's no adding. Okay, you're right in that hypothetical situation where it's the American dream and there's no ethics. We can say confidently that you are right.
What do you mean I'm right? Explain.
So can we now shift?
Right.
Explain. What do you mean? Explain. Explain. I want to make sure.
I don't have to explain your ethics.
I want to make sure.
Of ethics.
I want to make sure you understand my simple model.
This is going nowhere.
I'm not going to try to fill up my brain with something that is hypothetical.
All right, look, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta go. I've been here for almost 3 hours.
Okay, bro.
All right. So, I mean,
good talking with you regardless, brother.
Yeah, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you, gaming. Thank you, Popkush.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bye.
All right. So, let me just recap because I don't think they understood it. So, This is the diminishing returns model. There's also a diminishing utility. Like the first slice of pizza that you eat gives you the most utility. The second slice, not so much. The third, fourth. As you eat more, or as you rest more, or as you anything you do more and more, the beginning gives you the most, and the second gives you less, and so on. You bring in the first worker, he's the most productive. The second worker, you can assume that the office space becomes more and more and more crowded, for example, or right the bandwidth of the internet is limited, right? Assuming all else is the same, so as you add more workers, obviously at one point they're not going to have enough room to work. They're going to, well, the business is going to come to a halt. But long before that, there's going to be there's going to be a last worker who gave you a benefit. After that, there's going to be a negative return. You're going to actually, but I don't think we have negative returns in. I mean, the model of that really is difficult to calculate. But we have diminishing returns. So as you add more workers to your company or to the economy, all else remaining the same, since all the other resources are the same, then the productivity of the worker must diminish. Right? You add another worker, but right? But there's a little bit less room for him to work, right? Because all the room is the same. You didn't add room, and you didn't add food, and you didn't add hardware, and you didn't add bandwidth, right? Assume you're going to bring in the whole planet into America. Of course, the economy is going to come to a complete halt. Long before that, you're going to have diminishing returns, and diminishing returns you have right away. The first worker is the most efficient. The second, or the most productive. The second worker is less productive. Anyway, everybody, I mean, this is a known model. And you can think of the American economy. The American economy grows at 3% per year. You're not really going to change that. Meaning the GDP per capita is limited. With the current growth rate of the population and everything, so the American economy is capped. The American economy cannot grow nilly-willy at any rate you want. I don't even need to say anything. The American economy, I mean, you have the law of diminishing returns. Because of the law of diminishing returns, certainly if you shock the system with extra workers, immediately you're going to get diminishing returns. Anyway, you actually need to think through the details, but I mean, the problem with the American economy is DOGE, is the Department of Government Efficiency. That's the problem. The problem is the government is not efficient. Not just that, the government is creating, it's blocking the growth of the economy. The growth of the economy is blocked or is capped because of the legislature, and that's what needs to be fixed. There's no point. What's the point of bringing in workers? What's the point? I don't understand the point. You want to grow what do you want to grow? The total economy? So just that's not what's capped. The size of the workforce is not what's capped. There's plenty of people roaming the streets not working. There's plenty of people not working. The economy is not at maximum efficiency. There's plenty of people, there's plenty of hoodlums, and plenty of early retirees, and there's plenty of people not being used, not working. The economy is far from full capacity as far as workers are concerned. The reason they bring in the h1b is because they're cheaper. Then you don't have to BS anyone. This is BS. They bring in the h1b because they're willing to work for less. This is such nonsense. They work for half or a quarter of a normal American. That's what they want. They just want to bring down the cost, the wages. Obviously, there's no question about that. If you want Americans, if you want to grow the economy faster, then you got to take care of the efficiency, the government efficiency. Right? China grows at a much higher rate. China grows at 3-4 times the rate of the American economy. Why is that? That's a real threat. They're building next generation everything much faster than the Americans. They have much higher quality of life than Americans, and it's they're gonna fly. They're gonna zoom by America. America is gonna become like like a public toilet compared to a lot of America. Even today is like a public toilet compared to China. You watch Chinese YouTube videos and you see a lot of China is like a spaceship compared to America. A lot of Chinese tech is light years ahead of American tech. That's the problem. You're not going to improve anything by bringing in extra workers. You need to release the chains. You need to take the chain. You need to unchain the American economy from the government. The government has chained up the American economy. That's the whole problem. Nothing else. If the American economy could grow at a faster pace, then maybe, yes, maybe we can bring in extra workers. I don't know. Is anyone going to work in China? Do Chinese care if foreign workers come in? I don't think they care, because they don't have the problems that we have. They don't have the cost of living that we have. Why not? Because their economy is freer than ours, and that's the problem that needs to be addressed. And that's it. All right, I'm gonna stop here. I gotta take some calls. Let me just modify the name. So, what did we discuss today? We discussed the economy. Well, debates about the economy, h1b visas, debate theory. What else? I guess a little bit of veganism, God. Oh, what is that? That's God? That's ridiculous. All right, and God. I think that's it. Okay, it was good. 3 hours of interesting stuff. All right, I'm going to stop. Bye-bye.